On.
I don't think we're on. Are we
All
on?
right. We're on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're sure. Good evening. Welcome to Pug Life Chronicles. I'm your host, and my co-host sitting next to me. This is George Zayes, my co-host Dave Sieve. We're tonight live at Gleason's Gym once
Right.
again.
And 2019, welcome. And
Happy New Year.
2019 welcomes you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, the last time you saw us, we were live from Vieques, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
Yeah, Puerto Rico. We were live from Vieques, Puerto Rico, and we're live today here.
Right. And 2019 is such an important year. You know that, right, George?
That's right. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we want to talk about the Olympics are next year. 2019, everything that's done is done in a qualifying year. Right?
That's correct.
All these athletes are going, and the Ringmasters tournament, which is coming up next month, February 7th, is the kickoff date. That is a qualifying tournament so that these kids go to the National Golden Gloves, and you got to get your points if you want to go into the Olympics. So very big stuff. It's a very, a little bit of berry, strawberry, cherry, and blueberry. Big deal.
Yeah, this is a big deal. And you know what's a big deal? You're a big deal for joining us this evening.
Right.
And you're going to see some amateur boxing. And this is going to be the warm-up, if you will,
right,
to the qualifying.
Right. And I see Rashad Mahdi is coming on.
Oh, yeah, Rashad is on.
And he's not going to the Olympics because he's pro.
He turned pro.
That's
right. Rashad, you saw him last year here.
Right.
And we're going to just take a pause for just a moment
for the national anthem.
Give us a moment. We'll be right back.
We're even going to stand.
Yeah,
okay?
We have to.
Because we must. All right. All right.
Yeah, so Perfect.
Is my mic off? Because Salinas' mic went off.
No, we're good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with us. That's with the venue.
Well, I'll tell you what. Salinas, his mic went off, and he sung better without a mic. And the crowd joined in.
The crowd joined in. And the
crowd knew the words.
Yeah, they did a great job.
I wonder where they learned the words from, George.
From elementary school.
Not at NFL games, that's for sure.
Well, anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about before.
Right. This year is a qualifying year. Everything done in amateur boxing is hugely important. Think big. All right, it's bigger.
Very big.
Okay?
All right. And we'd also like to welcome another professional that went professional this last year's the Ring Masters tournament. Is Alex Vargas is watching us from home.
Alex Vargas. All right.
Another pro.
Another champion.
Yes.
Actually fought Rashad Mountey in the final.
Yes, he did. And they both went pro, and I think they're both 2-0 with 2 knockouts. I think Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're 2 with 2 wins, maybe 0 knockouts, and Rashad, I think, is 2-2, right? I'm not sure. Anyway,
they're both knocking people out.
Yeah,
they're knocking. You know what? Guys. I think they're both 2-0 when it comes to knocking socks off. They're knocking socks off of people. All right.
That's right.
There ain't no headgear no more to knock off.
No, that's right.
So when you turn pro, you got to start learning how to knock socks off of people.
All right. So we're just going to be on the way in just a second.
Okay. Lamont Rhodey is watching. What's up, Rhodey? Jason
Castillon.
Nah, that's Castanon. I think I heard it. Yeah, Jason Castanon.
All right.
And Dominic QB, the quarterback.
All right. And we're both on YouTube and Facebook.
And Artemi Sokolov. Dwayne Johnson.
Caesar Holmes.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
All right. So we don't have a fight card. I don't know. We don't have a fight card.
We are streaming live on Pug Life Chronicles.
That's for you.
You can go to Facebook, like Pug Life Chronicles, and watch the live stream for free. Also, Mr. Bill Butterworth, the gentleman in all black right here, is taping tonight's event.
There is no fight card. Check that out. Look at that. So when you come to amateur boxing and you do things out of a gym, you get. Can you get us a fight card?
Yeah, we're trying to get a fight card. And
I'm yelling at people, random people. This guy was going by. I think he was trying to go to the little cafeteria and get ice cream.
While we're waiting,
but I said, "Hey, get me a fight card."
While we're waiting, people want to know if this is a corduroy jacket that you're wearing.
No, it's the next generation of corduroy. You don't understand it. Stop trying. All right, stop trying. Sit yourself in your seat. You know, drink whatever Kool-Aid you're drinking, and do that thing, whatever thing it is that you do.
All right, so always the fashionable Dave Sieve in the house. All right, so thanks again for joining us. And do us a favor, share this link, and here's why. You saw a couple of guys that were here last year. They became pros, and it's good that they get that FaceTime. A lot of these guys get FaceTime on.
You know what? Let me shout out Rashad Madi.
Sure, man. Go ahead.
Rashad, you got like 23,000 people following you when you go to the bathroom. How about shouting us out on Pug Life? You know, like Rashad's in the gym, everybody likes it. Rashad's coming out the shower, everybody likes it. You know, there's toilet paper on Rashad's shoe, people like it. Shout us out, Rashad, all right? Get some people to follow us, all right? We're trying to do big things, and this is how you got caught.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good.
All right, so we definitely got a fight card now.
We got a fight card now. This guy who's fighting has bad handwriting. No. Sorry. Hard to read.
All right, that's
look at this.
In the blue corner, you got Raleigh Bourne. Is that
it? Raleigh Bourne.
In the blue corner.
Right. His father's name is New.
What's the weight class on this? This is 90 pounds.
90 pounds.
Yeah.
And what are they saying? Intermediate?
Yeah, intermediate.
And Damian Cuevas.
It's in the red corner.
From the Hammer Squad.
Yeah, you see him.
Oh, this is Eastern Queens Boxing Club is Raleigh Bourne. I'm going to say Damian Cuevas. Damian. I don't think it's Damian.
Damian.
Oh, it might be Damian. Yeah, that's an A. All right, Damian. Damian Cuevas in the red. Raleigh Bourne in the blue.
All right, we're trying to find out if we good now on YouTube.
Right. Can we get a sound check out there? Can we get a sound
No, the
check?
sound check is good. It's not the sound check is not the
No,
issue.
I'm saying for the people out there.
All right.
Oh, okay, cool. I can't even read that. They said they got about 12. It's written in scribble. Hieroglyphics.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. It should be good on both platforms. All right, if you can't watch us on any one of the platforms, they hear us. Evelyn White says here is. Hi, Evelyn. How are you? Okay, so this is 90-pound intermediate. Oh, it is Damien Cuevas in the red corner.
And boxing out of the blue corner, representing the Eastern Queens Boxing Club, Rayleigh Bourne.
Rayleigh Bourne.
All right, so we're on the way. First round, Damien comes out with that left, shooting that straight left.
Well, I tell you what, Rayleigh Bourne looks like he's been boxing since he was born. And Damien Cuevas is no joke himself. All right. And Rayleigh Bourne, or at this young age, I don't know how old these kids are, but he already understands the nature of distance because he's staying outside, he's moving his feet, and he's looking to pot shot with the jab. Meanwhile, Damien Cuevas is a machine coming in with a double left hook. And these guys are legitimate boxers. Look at that.
All right, we're still trying to work on the in the meantime, if you can't see, get on Facebook for now. We're still working on that, all right?
All right.
All right, so let's go back to the action here.
So Cuevas is coming in and basically pushing his way forward as Damien is. Standard, classic, straight ahead type of kid. I'd like to say he puts his weight on his front foot, but only when he punches, because he seems ready to come back. Yeah, he's digging in over there. And Rayleigh Bourne is absolutely knows how to move.
Great job by these two young men.
Salah Ali to the glove table.
All right. Let's give us a second, folks. All right, so Dave, another thing that this year, again, we're going to go to the Garden this year, right? Is that correct?
Right. So the Ring Masters tournament. So the Ring Masters tournament is coming up. Once again, you take a look at these kids, right? Who becomes your champions? Who becomes your Canelo Alvarez's and your Floyd Mayweather's? They come up right from here, right from Gleason's gym, right all over the place. So Gleason's gym is one of the most known gyms
in the world.
In the world. And you know, we're talking about these kids. These kids are, they don't even look like teenagers.
All right, round number 2.
13 at best. I don't know how they are. And look at Cuevas. Cuevas is coming in straight ahead, and you can see his game plan. His game plan is he's going to get his weight. He's stepping in hard with his front foot, planting his weight there and throwing as hard as he can. Meanwhile, Rayleigh Bourne is a pot shotter. He likes moving on the outside, likes using that speed, which he obviously has, and looking around and just staying on the outside. If he could stay outside of Damien's punches, then he has a chance to just pot shot because he's fast. But Damien, every time Rayleigh punches, is coming in, and you could see it. And look, and he just jumped in again right there. But he doesn't just jump in. He comes in punching, puts his head a little bit to the side so he's not there to be a target and getting his punches in. All right. Looks like Malik is doing a good job this round of staying on the outside. And just as I say that, he, of course, goes in and starts grappling. All right, let's see if Damien can stay on and get himself inside. Malik is staying on the outside. Good uppercut by Malik over there. All right, so let me take a look at Damien. All right. All right, so that was a good round by these two young men, young warriors. I'd like to get the age on them. Let me ask.
I know, but they're 90 pounds, so they're probably around 12 to 13 years old.
That's what they could, but they could be up to 14. They could be, I don't think they're 11. They look way too developed for that. Boxing skill, that's definitely have years of boxing skill, each of them. You can't do that. Like Damien is coming in, basically fighting his way through punches to land his shots. I mean, unless you're used to taking punches, unless you're used to sparring like that, there's no way that you can do that. All right, let's see what we got. Christopher Castrogiovanni is watching. Robbie Robb is watching. Anna Colon Flores is watching. Pat Russo is watching. John Rosales is watching. Let's give a shout out to John Rosales. Is that the pad man extraordinaire, John Rosales?
Yeah, there you go. Third and final round.
And
now you got Ralik Bourne with that left, a jab. Nice jab by Ralik.
And he threw about 30 of them in the last 10 seconds.
And Damien's no slouch, man. He's coming forward, Dave.
Yeah, he is, and he's coming through punches.
Nice body shots by Damien.
Right.
Trying to go to the body, working Ralik to the body.
He's got a good left hand, Damien. He throws his hook from under and over, coming in. And I tell you what, Ralik Bourne he's if he sticks with it, he's going to be something.
I like what Ralik did. He just held on to Damien. Damien got a little too close, and he held right on to him. Caused the break, and then goes back to firing that straight jab, follow up by that right.
Right. And this is something to say. Right now, I have Damien winning this fight by a little bit, but I'll tell you what, Ralik Bourne is showing me a lot.
Nice right by Damien.
Potential. Yeah.
Nice stiff right to the face of Ralik.
Right, because Damien is doing what people know how to do. Basically, any person could almost do it or think of it, is basically come forward, punch hard, dig in, get your weight on the front foot. But Ralik Bourne is doing something else. He's trying to be in front of you but not be in front of you. He's trying to be in distance and not be in distance. Ralik Bourne is really working on more of the boxing technique that will get you further in this game. Whereas Damien Cuevas is working on, basically I'll crush you and I'm going to come forward. I'm going to come through anything. I'm going to hit you as hard as I can. I'm going to get in your face and do that. That's good, and that is boxing, but it's not the skilled. It's not the proper boxing. There's some people like you're talking about your Triple G's, your Canelo's. Even Canelo's a boxer, but that'll come in and just crush opponents. But
sure.
It's not the same. When you're doing this at such a young age, you want to work in those other variables. You want to work in the distance. You want to work in the timing. You want a pot shot. From there.
All right. So here we're gonna go right up to the ring to see what the judges and how the judges saw it. So you got what is it? You got Ralik winning?
All right, how about a big round of applause for our first round?
Oh, you got Damien winning. What do you got winning, Dave?
I think Damien edged it out. Ralik showed me a lot.
All right, let's see.
The 90-pound intermediate division. Your winner by split decision.
Okay, that makes sense.
Boxing out of the blue corner, Ralik
And
Bourne.
that's who I thought I saw winning the fight.
I think he showed a little more ring generalship, but I didn't see him winning that fight. I saw him winning the first round. I saw him losing the second round, and I thought Damien kind of pulled out the third round. But two highly skilled fighters. You're talking about like that's a Triple G versus Danny Jacobs type fighter.
Okay.
You know, like that's what you have in
All
the
right,
future.
great job by these two.
And you get to see him
two young puggers
early.
All right, so we got scheduled 12 bouts this evening, and
Number 2 to the ring, please.
next bout is going to be 114 pounds, and then novice also. And we got 12 scheduled, so that was number 1 of 12. So we got 11 more bouts to go, and you're very fortunate to come on and watch. And I understand that on YouTube there seems to be some technical difficulties, not on our end, I know that, but on the, I guess on the streaming end. I'm not sure. All right, if you're watching us on YouTube, give us a shout out. We'll give you a shout out back as well. All right, Robbie Rob wants to know, is that Bill Butterworth filming? Yes, it is.
Yes, Robbie
legendary Bill Butterworth is here doing his thing. Anna Cologne, like to say hello. He said he thought that Cuevas won. Robbie Rob did.
Yeah, I thought as well. I thought the same thing. All right, I think we're back up on YouTube.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. If you're out there on YouTube, definitely let us know. Don't touch that. Don't touch this. This is a camera. Don't touch it. All right.
He's in the 114 novice division.
All right, we're having difficulties on YouTube, but
Keystone Boxing.
if you're hearing us on YouTube, just come on to Facebook if you got Facebook.
All right. All right. Freddie Maldonado said shorter kid has to get on the inside. You can't expect the shorter kid to stay on the outside. Well, Freddie, you can. You can. Basically, that's not the way it is anymore. If you take a look at Canelo fights on the outside and the inside, and so does Gervonta Davis, who's shorter than everybody.
All right, let's go to the second bout of the evening. That's Jonathan Ayala in the red corner, and you see him at the bottom of your screen. And then in the blue corner, you got Sam. And how do you say that name? Twaidi from Gleasons. And now Jonathan Ayala is from Keystone, round number 1.
And Sam Twaidi is in blue. And
right away, Sam. And it looks like Jonathan holding on. Just like you put him in a headlock.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
And Jonathan looks like he's been doing some sparring because his eyes, he's got an eye jammy. He's coming in the ring with an eye jammy.
Oh, and a big 1-2.
1-2-3 by Jonathan. Yep. He finished it with the hook.
He's fighting out of Keystone. And now the answer by Sam Twaidi, putting him on the corner. Right. They're both on the corner going, wait, look at Sam go.
Look at that.
Sam putting, shoe shine.
I counted 43 punches in that exchange. And I was only counting one fighter. The other guy threw at least 34. What's going on here?
I think the headgear is loose.
Yeah.
Yep, the headgear.
Not by punches either. They just were moving so fast that they warped into a time zone or something like that. Look at this. Very interesting. Now, this is what I'm talking about. A shorter fighter who could stay on the outside. You have Jonathan Ayala who's staying on the outside. His weight's in his back foot. He's the shorter fighter. And he's very comfortable out there. He's trying
good movement
to
too,
catch someone in. Yeah. You can see he's usually used to catching somebody in, but Sam Twaidi in the blue is very, very fast. So and he does that unorthodox novice thing where he comes running in behind a flurry of punches, which is a little bit weird, to say the least, but definitely something to deal.
Y'all are trying to time him.
Right, and there's the charge, the Twaidi charge, the blitzkrieg. Basically, he looks like somebody trying to sack the quarterback.
And getting warning from the referee to keep his head up is Jonathan Ayala.
Right.
Sam Twaidi now standing back a little.
Right.
It looks like Jonathan Ayala is trying to time him to come in, but now he's putting the pressure on, right. And so is Sam Twaidi coming in.
Right.
Wow, these guys are very fast, Dave.
Right. And I'm looking at Jonathan, and I'm trying to figure out what he's doing as he's trying to figure out what he's doing. So Jonathan Ayala has that right idea that he wants to stay on the outside because he doesn't want to be in punching range. But then when he comes in too far. So that's part of learning how to box. And that's what I was talking about with the shorter fighters. The shorter fighters don't necessarily have to come in on the inside all the time, but they have to get on the inside to punch. They have to pass the long arms of the taller fighter. So it is pretty interesting. And Clay ATM is watching. All right.
See the headgear being adjusted here for Jonathan Ayala.
Okay.
In the corner.
Remember, we are streaming live on Pug Life Chronicles. Go to Facebook, like Pug Life Chronicles, and watch the stream for free. Let them know at home.
And Dwayne Johnson says that Jonathan must have ducked at least 5 punches. Brian Driscoll, welcome to the feed this evening on Pug Life Chronicles. Round number 2 by Jonathan Ayala in the red and Sam Twaidi in the blue.
Right. So Sam Twaidi is relying on his speed, and he's very fast. And he's not quite using his height well. He should sneak in a little bit more with his feet and get in punching range. Meanwhile, Jonathan Ayala is kind of on the outside and not knowing what to do. He's almost frozen.
It's funny because he looks like he's trying to set something up for for Sam to come in, but then once in a while he goes in.
Right.
And right there he was trying to set up Jonathan, but I'm sorry, Sam. Sam came charging in, but Jonathan didn't follow up with him.
Well, you know what it is. Sam doesn't come in like a boxer. Sam comes in like a football player, and with a lot of punches.
And there you go.
And there we go. And Sam's on the warpath again. He's letting his hands fly.
Working the body is Sam. Again, Sam pushing Jonathan to the corner.
Right.
Now Jonathan trying to come back. His own shoe shine with a big left.
Right. And he's just having trouble reaching him.
Right. It's just that.
And that's really because of his footwork. He's leaving his back foot back when he comes in. His back foot has to come in more. Otherwise, he won't be able to reach.
Nice exchange there by both fighters. Got a couple shots in.
And if you see it, George, like every time Jonathan comes in with this jab, he leaves his rear foot back. And you're not going to come in. That jab is there to get your back foot in range so that the next time you punch, you can reach. And that's why he keeps missing with that big left hand. All right. And, well, I got to give that to Sam Twaidi, I think Sam just threw a lot more punches and hit a lot more. He had that blitzkrieg offense going on. And, that's how, he was too small to play football.
He came into boxing.
He came into boxing and brought a little bit of that swag with him.
All right, so we're back live. We were in Vieques last month. This month we're here. And tune in. Remember, next month starts the Ringmasters tournament, and you're going to see us covering the whole tournament from February all the way to April, and it's going to end at Madison Square Garden. You want to make sure you get your tickets for that. And be at Madison Square Garden. That's going to be a big event.
Yeah, how big?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of thousands of people. Last year, it was a good turnout. This year, we're expecting even a better turnout.
Right.
All right, round number 3. Not much punch being thrown here. Ayala, again, trying to reach, but not really connecting. And that's because, like what you just said, Dave, I saw it. Saw what you said. He's leaving his back foot in there. Right. Not moving forward. He did that time. He was able to connect.
Yeah. See, if you're gonna cross step your way in, especially if you're shorter, your rear foot has to come with you. You cannot leave your rear foot out there. And what happens is you don't reach because your back foot is holding you
back. Oh, and a big
back.
shot by Sam Twaidi.
Jonathan also got in a hook with that.
And now tangled up in the ropes, the two gentlemen are.
And the problem with Jonathan is that he's on the inside, but he just doesn't have his feet quite under him on the inside. And he's getting sucked into this
and a nice combination by Sam.
Yeah, right hand, left hook. Look at Sam. Sam tried to take off Jonathan's head. He missed. and cooled off the first row with the wind. Right.
Oh, and a slip.
That was more of a pull down. That was a takedown right there. Very interesting.
All right, so we got Puerto Rico also joining us here on the live feed on Facebook. We want to welcome you. All right, the last couple of seconds before the end of the round, round number 3. And again, Jonathan trying to reach, missing, not moving forward, and Sam just staying out of the range of those punches. Sam now comes back with a nice short hook, right hook. Not really a lot of damage there, but he did connect.
All right. And Jonathan just doesn't know how to get inside.
Again, missing, not moving that back leg like you said, Dave.
Right. And on the inside, too, Jonathan's feet are not under him, all right? So he's kind of floundering around. If you take a look, if you want to take a look at this fight, right, you got Sam. Sam is doing what he's supposed to do. He's throwing punches. He's a novice. He's kind of running in there. He's coming in head first, but he's trying to win a fight, which is good. Jonathan Ayala, who seems to be a little bit more skilled and has an idea of what he's doing, just doesn't have his footwork on him. He doesn't have his footwork on him.
Right.
You have to have your feet. So, in other words, if you're coming forward, you can't be coming forward with your punch and your head and leave your feet behind. You cannot do that, right? If a person's coming in and he hits you with his forehead and he's hitting with your elbows and you come in, you got to get yourself into a position where not just your head is moving, but your feet are firmly planted under you, where you could move to the side, where you could get your hands going. And the problem is that Jonathan's head, the top part of his body and the bottom part of his body do not move in sync.
Right.
They don't move together. You can say the same for Sam, because Sam comes flying in like a football player, like he dives into it, like he's diving into a pool. But he's got his hands going. He's scoring some punches. His hands are faster than his dive, and he gets in a couple of punches. So he definitely won that.
All right, let's go to the ring.
All right.
And there you go. And Sam takes it off, representing Gleason's gym, and he takes the win this evening.
Right.
Good sportsmanship by both these young men. Now this is just the warm-up before we go into the Ringmasters tournament that's coming up next month. So there's a couple of fighters here this evening that you're going to see in the tournament. And you're seeing them here this evening. So, all right, so let's give some shout-outs to some of the people out here.
Okay, who are they?
All right, let's see. Wow. Lots happened on Facebook since
we got kicked off of YouTube. What the hell is going on there?
Anna Colon Flores.
All right.
She's there to, she says, go Justin. She's there to stand behind Justin.
Okay.
Emmanuel Jose Torres. Bettina Gil Negron. Kenya Bolden. Thank you, Kenya.
Hey, Kenya.
Felix Falcone. Thank you for joining us. Anna Colon Flores. Puerto Rico in the house. Emmanuel Jose Torres. Okay. Let's see who else we got here. Jeremy Nieves.
Jeremy.
Negron Milagros. La abuela. That means the grandmother.
Ah.
All right. Anna Ayala. All right. So let's go up to the ring for.
And Bettina Gil Negron. And she says, off. Don't know what that means. But
Jose Calderon in the blue corner.
And Blake L. Preston's on too. What's up, Blake? All right. Big boys now. Look at this. 152. They look huge, I guess, because the 114 preceded this match.
Yeah, there's 152, 152 pounds, and they do look good.
They look
big.
huge.
So you got Jay Glickman.
I thought
from
we were
Mendez.
having heavyweights.
Yeah, Jay Glickman from Mendez Boxing in the Bronx, right? Is that No, they're from Manhattan. I'm sorry.
Manhattan.
Jay
Mendez,
Glickman, Mendez.
Yeah.
152 pounds. He's a novice. And Jose Calderon from Everybody Fights.
Everybody fights.
Everybody fights.
Everybody fights.
You fight?
You know what? When you are coming out your mom's womb, if you ain't fighting, you ain't getting out. All right? So
that's right.
You got to grab that umbilical cord and pull yourself out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So everybody fights. Everybody fights. He's in the blue corner. He's dressed in black, And I can't even see the other guy. Who do we got there?
Yeah, that's going to be Jay Glickman.
Jay Glickman. I'm trying to see his outfit.
He's right here. Let
me lean over. Oh, is he in black too?
No, he's got like a maroon type of tank top.
Maroon. Oh, and black shorts. All right. Black trunks. So we're going to go by red gloves, blue gloves, all right? Red gloves is Jay Glickman out of Mendez, and blue gloves are Jose Calderon out of Everybody Fights. And I don't know where Everybody Fights is.
No, I think it was Long Island.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that was what the last year when we were here. All right, getting instructions from the Queen.
I wonder where they got that name, Long Island.
I don't know.
If it's that long, did they really know it was an island? I'm just saying.
All right, round number 1.
All right.
And it seems like Jose Calderon looks a lot bigger than Jay Glickman.
I was thinking the same thing. He looks like he's about 20 pounds heavier, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But Glickman has pretty strong legs. He got big thighs. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe that's what his weight is. And right now, first round knocked down by Jose Calderon puts Glickman touching the canvas with his glove.
A count, not a knockdown. But
I'm sorry,
A
count. Gets an A count.
We're not in pros, George. We're still in amateurs. All right.
Calderon with a big shot again to the body. Big right, and again with another left hook to the face.
Is she going to call another A count? No. Cassie O'Connor, the ref, is stopping the fight for a little bit to talk. I don't know what she's saying. She's saying, listen to me. Okay. Well, that's good because, you know what? Jay Glickman could have used a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, definitely. Because you hear those punches right over here, man, really loud.
I can't believe this weigh-in. Maybe Calderon has, like, really skinny legs or something because he looks huge.
Yeah, he looks very big there.
All right.
And Glickman hanging on.
Yeah, and that's not a good idea for Glickman because while he's hanging on,
Calderon snuck in that uppercut.
Right, he's throwing his right hand.
And a big right again by Calderon.
Right. And Cassie Connor's yelling at him for hitting him behind the head.
What should Glickman be doing right now? What should he be doing right now to get this beast away from him? And again, now Glickman has him on the corner, working the body.
So Glickman is finally coming back. He's got his shoulder, his head and shoulder.
He's putting him up on the ropes, and now
that's the dandruff move right there. He's putting his head and shoulder in there and punching away. So Glickman is trying to come back after getting tagged a few times by Jose Calderon.
Wow. Tough round for Glickman, this first round. First round tough for
Cassie O'Connor shot at our Pug Life just now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the board. We got
all right, Calderon looks like a big guy, man.
Yeah, Calderon is huge. He's big. I don't know.
All right, so look, somebody says here that Everybody Fights is in New York City.
Really?
Yeah.
We're all in New York City. Which borough? Are you trying to say Manhattan?
Manhattan, yeah, Manhattan.
Well, that was not too helpful.
And Jalissa says that Jalissa Toro Flores says that I'm sorry. Adrian Rivera says that Red won that one. I don't know. I mean, I doubt that highly.
Yeah, we're not saying that. Yeah. Adrian Torres, you are biased. All right.
All right. So round number 2, Calderon looking like he's stalking.
Right.
Working that jab, straight right.
Right. And
Glickman again.
You know what? Glickman really didn't get hurt by that. That punch didn't land too much. Glickman is definitely off balance.
Off balance.
Yeah. He seems to be all right on the outside, but.
You know what it is, David? It doesn't look good when you're off balance and you get punched at the end of a punch like that and you're stumbling.
And now Calderon is holding on this time, which is a little strange. And Cassie's going to yell at them because she did say stop.
Yeah. I think it's when you're in the heat of battle.
The heat.
The heat.
It's like when you're in the plains fighting for your meat. You're not going to let go of that rabbit. You're hungry.
All right, so they're back in the action now.
And
Calderon putting Glickman on the ropes.
And Calderon is just swinging for the fences. He looks like Deontay Wilder trying to hit
Glickman,
Tyson Fury. And Glickman threw with a couple of right hands. He got caught with one, but wow, they are in the zone.
Now Glickman putting Calderon on the ropes.
Oh, we got a territorial dispute right here.
Calling a break is O'Connor
again. Nobody's listening to this ref. The queen is going to be upset. Cassie O'Connor don't go for that. You better listen to her. You better scooch him in.
All right, Justin is going to be fighting. For somebody that wants to know, Justin is fighting the 5th bout. This is the 2nd bout of the evening. No, 3rd bout. I'm sorry. 3rd bout. You got 2 more bouts. All right, Glickman with a little blood coming down the nose. Jose Calderon coming in, staying on the ropes. Staying on the ropes, working that body. Nice left by Glickman, by Calderon. And now Glickman gets caught with that left again.
Oh, and a right
gets
after
rocked.
Wow.
Gets punched right at the end of the bell.
Yeah, he got clipped with a good left hook over there.
I tell you, man, I could feel the cobwebs coming out of me with that punch, man.
Wow, that one hurt. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah. Good thing he was moving a little bit to his left on that.
All right, Dave. So this is it, man. I mean, we're going to be next month. Huge. It's going to be the if you're just tuning in, the Ringmasters tournament.
Right.
It's going to be kicking off next month.
And you can say that this might be the road to the Olympics. I mean, all roads start here. We've had Olympic champions. We've had Mark Breland was a 5-time Golden Gloves champion.
That's right.
And he won the gold medal.
And you've seen him here on Pug Life Chronicles, by the way.
So, I mean, we had Saddam Ali went to the Olympics. We had Marcus Brown went to the Olympics. We had Richardson Hitchens went to the Olympics out of these tournaments. This is an advancing tournament.
All right, wait a minute.
Everything counts.
The doctor's going to check
out Glickman.
Glickman, yeah, because he took some pretty decent punishment at the end of the round.
Right, at the end of the round. And it's pretty interesting. Glickman has the right idea. Glickman doesn't want Jose to let his hands go from the outside, Jose Calderon. If Calderon gets those hands extended and catches you at the end of the punch, you're in trouble. So Glickman is doing the right thing. He's hopping, but in a good way. He's following his jab in, and he's getting close.
Big punches by Calderon again.
Right.
And a big right by Calderon catches Glickman in with an uppercut now.
But Glickman is blocking most of those punches. I mean, they're getting in, but he's getting a piece of them. And that's what's keeping him alive, because had he get hit flush with that, he would have been in trouble.
Now against the ropes, Glickman pushes Calderon against the ropes again, and now you're seeing a good view there.
Right.
Right in your screen.
Seems to be okay.
And a big right. Big right by Glickman, catching Calderon. Now Calderon trying to fight off the ropes, and Glickman going to the body.
And Glickman's doing all right in there. He's really working well. Calderon is throwing the bigger shots, of course. But Calderon doesn't seem to be too comfortable.
And now out of the corner, out of the corner they come.
Right, and let's see if right now the story is whether Glickman get in and throw that beehive of punches he throws, or can Calderon score from the outside.
And a big uppercut again. Right. And nice left by Calderon, catching Glickman again, snapping that head back.
I tell you what, if Glickman knew how to do these side moves like Tyson Fury, we'd have a Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder type of fight. And Cassie O'Connor's warning Jose Calderon about punching with the inside of his hand, and Calderon throws a good 1-2 right there.
Good 1-2, catching right at the end of that right at the end of the punch.
Doing good. He's keeping his hands up. He's not getting hit with anything flush anymore.
Oh, gosh. Boom. Another body shot just at the end of the round.
You know what? I'm not sure who won that fight. I believe Calderon won the first round easy.
Calderon, for me, Calderon took that fight. I don't know how you guys saw it out there in Facebook land, but
I think he won round 2. I think I'm going to give Glickman round 3, though, for sure. Okay, so there you have it. So this is how things how things evolve. All right, you want to see Deontay Wilder fight Tyson Fury, and you're saying, how did this happen? Well, if you watch Glickman and Calderon, you got somebody who's trying to throw hard punches and knock out the other guy, and you have another guy, how does he handle it? You know, Glickman could turn into a Tyson Fury maybe further down the line if he learned some of those moves and how to do stuff. He was doing some inside fighting, and he looked pretty good, Glickman.
And
over
Steven
there.
Standing Rock says, are these two really in the same weight class? I mean, they
That's
look.
what we're saying.
We're
Steve.
saying the same thing. We noticed that. It looks like there's a disparity in weight.
Right.
But we don't know. I mean, if that's what they got officially weighed in, and I know in this, usually when they do tournaments here in Gleasons and they do these type of things, they really take this stuff serious. They don't try to get anybody hurt.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Maybe his trainer was behind him, like lifting his shorts up. He really looks 20 pounds bigger than this guy. I mean, maybe not 20, maybe it's judgment, but he looks like 15 pounds bigger, at least 15. You know?
I'll tell you, Glickman's legs, I think that's where if you look at the difference in legs between these two boxers, you'll see that's where I think he's carrying his weight. He's got bigger legs.
Oh,
and,
somebody just handed me a note. Glickman's IQ is off the charts. It's his brain that's heavier, George. His IQ is off the charts. He has heavy gray matter in his brain. This guy is a smart guy, Glickman.
All right, good job by these. Get a nice hand.
Right.
Let's see who wins.
Apparently, he's won all kinds of academic awards.
Boxing out of the blue corner, Jose Calderon.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Representing Everybody Fight.
Yeah, just like we called it. Well, you went for Glickman, right? You know.
No, I said Glickman won the third round. Maybe I'll give Glickman the third round out of that. But
all right.
Teresa to the glove table, please. Mother hand.
All right, so that was the third bout of the evening. We have still more boxing on the way. We got 12 bouts scheduled this evening, so you're going to be watching. You're going to be watching a lot more. So you got 8 more bouts to go. You got Colin Clark coming in from an unattached gym, and this is 170, so we're stepping up in weight class now. And then you also have Sergio Ministro from Mendez, also from Manhattan, 170 pounds coming in. They're novice as well.
Right. Okay, so a few shout-outs, George. We got
Shout
some
them
more
out.
people.
Shout them out. Let's go.
We got a Mickey something like that, Cruzoy or Cruzlau or something like that.
Yeah.
Stephen Standing Rock.
Cruz, LOL.
Right.
Cruz Low.
Cruzlau.
Steven Standing Rock. Yeah, 15 pounds. Yeah, we
Right.
have about 15-pound difference, we say.
All right, and then we got
Justin's coming up on the
Negron.
5th fight. The 5th. So to Neil, you're asking about Justin. He's coming up now. I guess Justin is popular because he's got everybody watching. So, yeah, that's the 5th bout. The 4th bout is coming up.
Okay.
And Jenny says, Toma, meaning, here you go.
Doma. What does that mean to drink?
That could mean a drink as well. Yeah,
Okay.
Toma.
There we
Toma.
go. All right.
All right, so you got Sergio in your screen, Ministro
Ministro.
from Mendez Boxing.
And we got to see if he's a maestro. Is that like a maestro or is it
Ministro. Ministro is
Ministro.
like a minister.
a minister?
Yeah, minister.
Let's see what he's got to preach today. What kind of sermon he's going to put out there. We're going to find out. We're going to find out what kind of preaching this ministro is going to do. All right. Hey, listen, in the old days, these preachers used to, have to fight.
All right.
All
Colin
right.
Clark with the red gloves. Sergio Ministro. Clark being very active in the first round, throwing a lot of punches.
All right.
Going to the body now.
And Colin Clark looks like one of these guys from Europe.
And he just
Ireland
put his head
citizen.
down. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
And-
He's throwing
and-
punches everywhere, Dave.
And he really knows how to fight.
And he's going right to the body early in the round.
Right. And he's very comfortable on the inside.
Yeah, no
Colin
problem.
Clark
He's
is.
handling it.
All right, so Ministro has to do some
Yeah, Sergio is quite not
preaching himself.
Yeah, Sergio quite not getting off yet.
Right.
It's all the Colin Clark show.
Right.
And now Ministro with a nice right catches Clark. Temporary sets him back, and now Clark comes back with a big right, and now a nice combination there.
Yeah. Well, Clark is like a nightmare. He's coming in.
Nice right.
He's putting his head down, and he's just letting his hands go up and down. And Ministro is either gonna work inside, Yeah, Ministro's going to work inside with them. Basically, I don't think that's a good strategy, but I
don't think so either because nice uppercut by Clark.
Well, if Ministro pushes Clark back, I think that would be a big step up for Ministro. And he's starting to. Wow.
Ministro just trying to find some room, but Clark is all over him, and now a little room now.
This is starting to look like a bumper car fight. I mean, these guys are just bumping heads, throwing punches, and letting them go right in front of each other. We don't even need a ring for this.
No, not at all. You could put these guys in a phone booth, and they would definitely have a lot of action like they are right now, just exchanging punches back and forth. And wow, what a great first round for these amateurs.
And then they bump shoulders.
At 170 pounds.
Wow, look at that.
Exciting first round, Dave.
And this is interesting. So this is part of boxing, especially in the novice class. You have guys trying to out-hustle each other, not using much technique, although I got to hand it to Clark. The way he put his head inside and throw his punches, he was very comfortable throwing punches high and low from that position. But, you know, if you're Sergio Ministro, what are you going to do? You're either going to stand there and punch with them, win or lose, or you're going to push him back. If Sergio Ministro could push this guy back, because he obviously can't move, you know, he's not somebody who's going to dance around, box, and be on the outside. These are two novice fighters. If he could push Colin back, and make him take back steps physically, he could have a good round. Otherwise, he's going to take a little bit more of a beating.
All right, round number two. Starting again back in the phone booth, these two.
Right.
And now Ministro
this
with
is what
that
I'm talking about, George. If Ministro could push Colin back, he's got a chance.
But let me tell you, Colin Clark is still working on the inside, working that body. And again, Ministro from the outside seems to be a better puncher. If he has that space, just like you said, Dave, I think he'd get off a little bit better.
But he's not trying to get space, and that's what he's got to do. He's doing what I said he's got to do, which is push this guy back. You know what? And if the guy puts his head forward, go ahead and put your head in on top of him and push him back. You got headgear. Go ahead and do that because that's going to help you out.
And both of them are pushing for space, so it's a territorial dispute, like you often say.
This is what we got. It is a territorial dispute. Who's going to push who back? And Colin came out storming in round one, but Ministro is doing what he's doing. I'll tell you what, I preached it, and he's out there showing that it could be done.
And now Ministro coming with a nice big right. And now it looks like Clark is going to get the 8 count.
He's going to get
Clark is bleeding from his nose.
Right.
Getting that standing 8, as you see here in your screen. Great fight by these two. It seems like now Ministro
is there. Because
seems to be getting off.
Look at Clark. If you take a look at Clark's stance, he's squared up. He's got his feet wide, and he's
nice
forward.
uppercut by
There's
Ministro.
only one way Clark could move, and that's forward. So Ministro
again with that nice uppercut.
If he could push him back, he'll throw Clark off. And Ministro is getting pushed back a little bit, but he's giving a little bit of an
nice body
angle.
shot by Ministro now.
Right.
And Clark trying to come back with a left hook.
Right.
Putting Ministro on the corner on the ropes, and Ministro comes back. Pushing back and another 8 count.
Another 8 count.
That was Colin Clark.
Right. And if you saw, Ministro did a little bit of an angle. The difference between these two, all right. Let's take a look at that. A big comeback round from Ministro. Big comeback. And these are the things that made that comeback round. One is Colin Clark he has his legs wide, he's leaned forward, and he's comfortable throwing in this punch. That means that he can't throw a punch here or he can't throw a punch here. Another thing is he can't throw a punch going back. So if Ministro pushes him forward, like I said, which he did in the beginning of the round, you're throwing Clark off. That's number one. Then Ministro was able to do a little bit of angles. I mean, he's not an angle guy, obviously. He's not, but he moved a little bit to the side. He moved his head a little bit.
Found a little space.
Turned a little bit. And at the end of the round, he turned and threw a right uppercut, left hook. It was when in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. If Ministro does a little bit of movement, he's going to be king because Colin Clark is digging his feet in and coming forward only.
All right, round number 3, third and final round, Dave. And the doctor stepping in to kind of look at Colin Clark.
That's Dr. Sandy. And he's a great guy. Dr. Sandy sings the national anthem, too.
Yes, he does.
That's it. With feeling and with
All right.
soul.
He's going to let it go.
And he's letting it go. I'll
All
tell
right,
you
here we
what.
go.
No reason to stop Clark.
And a nice left hook by.
And look at Clark. Clark is digging in again.
And working the body is Clark.
Right.
Clark now coming out like a
And I'll tell you
spitfire.
what. Ministro is in trouble if you stay
Oh,
there.
and a big right.
There it
Big
is.
right.
There it is.
Momentarily stops Ministro, and the referee now counted a count for Ministro. Sergio
Right.
now.
Because he stayed in front of him, and Colin Clark dug in. And look at Colin Clark go.
And now Ministro trying to get back at him.
Right.
Charges against the other side of the ring. And now Clark looks like he's been getting, looks a little dazed himself, but comes back with a nice left hook. Now to the body.
And Clark has Ministro in his sights.
Oh, and a big right again by Clark.
And Clark is made an adjustment. Clark has made a little bit of an adjustment. He could handle going back. He's actually taking a step, resetting that wide stance, and punching even from the outside. And Clark did something amazing. He threw 2 jabs.
I saw that. The
you
2
saw
jabs and a big
I've never seen Clark throw a
jab. Yeah, that's right.
In my life.
Jabs.
I've only seen him today.
Now Ministro coming in with uppercuts, 3 uppercuts unanswered.
And Ministro's coming back. And Ministro's scoring with this jab.
Ministro.
He's coming back big, George. He's coming back big. I think Clark blew his load in the first part of the round. And Ministro is coming in and letting his hands go.
Wow.
Look at that. And Ministro is pushing him back, and he's doing something. He's throwing that right uppercut.
Now
and
Ministro
that right
working
uppercut, he
again.
cannot miss.
That's right.
He can't miss with that right uppercut.
You can't miss if the guy's standing right in front of you. He's not moving. Wow. And now Ministro working the body. Missing with that big right hook is Ministro.
Right. I think so. I heard an umpire call strike
and
one.
And a nice 2-punch combination right at the end of the round to accentuate it.
Ministro comes back.
Ministro, wow. Kevin Clark getting checked out in the corner. What an exciting bout that was.
I don't even know how to call this fight. It looked like Colin Clark won round 1. It looked like Ministro won round 2. And how do you call round 3 where Clark scored the 8 count, but then Ministro took the end of that round with a plethora of bombs?
That's right. Wow.
How do you call that fight? Facebook land. What do you got for us?
Wow.
YouTube land is dead. What's going on with that?
I don't know. We got the
Thomas Keogh is watching. Tommy Keogh.
Supposed to be
What's
on,
up,
Dave?
brother?
I'm not sure.
And Trip Tiny Yell. That's when you don't have a big trip. That's when you have a little small trip.
Good fight.
Kind of play it off like, oops. You don't
All
fall
right,
on the ground. That's
if you're just joining us, please share the link. We are trying to see if we can get some of these guys to be seen. Because
I don't know who won that fight. I cannot call it. It's a good fight. I have one of the judges saying it's a good fight.
Wow. All right, so for everybody that wants to know, Justin's coming up next bout.
For the one person, it's like one person who just keeps asking the same question. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Be quiet and sit in your seat. We'll get there when we get there. All right? Here's a lollipop. Take that. Put that in your mouth. Shut your trap. Wow, that was good. What weight were these guys? 170?
170.
I'm okay with the split decision because that could have went either way. Wow.
You know, I'm very comfortable with Sergio taking that bout.
Right.
Taking that one.
And
because
you wouldn't be uncomfortable with Colin winning it either, would you?
No, not at all. Not at all.
That was a good fight. And that's what that was, a fight. That wasn't a beautiful boxing match. But hey, listen, all these guys, you have to learn this. If you're gonna be in the game, this is where you gotta be. If you don't have any fights like this under your belt, there's no way that you're gonna learn about this.
Right. Exactly. So. All right, so we got the 5th bout of the evening coming up. That's Justin is coming up momentarily.
All right.
That's going to be Justin.
What?
I don't know. Pendrola? I'm not sure. And John Leonardo.
Something like that. And John Leonardo from Cops and Kids. 125 open. Justin Pineda. I think it's Pineda. I'm not even sure. Who knows? All right. What do we got? All right. So in the blue corner, it's going to be John Leonardo, blue corner from Cops and Kids. And he's wearing a blue shorts at least. You know, blue headgear, blue gloves, of course, black shirt. And Justin, what's Justin wearing? Justin's all in red in the red corner. That makes things easier for us to call this fight. Love that. And he's from, what's that, Ike Randy's? Ike Randy's? TKA Randy's? What is that from?
I don't know. I'm not sure where they're.
Okay.
All right, so this is 125 open. So this is going to be fun.
Right. It's going to be fast and experience. All right, Justin Pineda.
Pineda?
It's a Pineda.
Can somebody tell us what Justin's last name is? Because the fight card here is not clear.
Empanada. Justin Empanada. We're going to call him Empanada because it's easier for us. All right? People don't know how to spell. People don't know how to pronounce. We go for Empanada. And in the blue corner, what do we have there? John Leonardo.
Leonardo from New York's Cops and Kids.
So we'll call him Leonardo. All right. And right off the bat, I got to tell you, I like the stance of John Leonardo. And he just seems very comfortable in his stance. He's very solid in his stance. His hands are down a little bit, but he's pretty good with moving his head.
These both these guys in conventional stance.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's a little too experienced, the Empanada. He threw an elbow right into the spine.
What is that, Ike's Randy's? Is that the name of the gym he's from?
Oh, who knows?
Is that what you were saying?
I don't know. And it's Justin Pineda. And Justin is no joke either. He's on the outside. He's catching his distance. He's trying to find that right range and when to hit John Leonardo. John Leonardo threw a right hand over and then landed right in the back of Pineda's head. Oh, there goes that elbow again. Wow.
He's got experience.
Yeah.
That's some dirty tactics.
That's the Empanada elbow. Don't you?
Oh, and a nice left hook by Justin.
Right. And a pull down. And I tell you what, Justin has a little UFC experience or something like that, you know? Justin's in the red, John is in the blue. And these guys know how to fight.
And I guess there's some talking going on because the referee can't see Khan and told him not to talk. All right. I'm hearing to some of the comments that are coming in from outside the ring.
And I tell you what, John Leonardo has a good stance, good idea of what he wants to do, and he doesn't have a chance because Justin will not stand in front of him and just basically.
Oh, and a big left.
Left and a right.
And a right, yeah, by John.
Both in.
Oh, and he's going for that body. If you look at John, he's focusing on the body, which he should rightfully to slow down Justin a little bit.
He's trying to work off his moves, and Justin is really working his footwork. I'd like to see Justin work or some more punches, but right now he's just working his footwork. And just like I say, he got him with a good punch. And Justin is slick as anything.
Yes, he is. Moving around,
using
the whole ring.
Defensive maestro.
And John trying to connect with that right. Connects momentarily. But Justin on his horse, just moving around, using the ring very well to his advantage and not getting punched. But then he's not also firing anything back, Dave.
Right. Yeah. So what we have here is a fight of basically distance negotiation. They're trying to get into their comfortable distance, each one of them, right? So this is pretty interesting. So you have Justin, who's a slick guy. He's moving all over the ring, putting himself in against the rope sometimes, but then changing it, whether he's throwing a punch, whether he's doing a tackle, whether he's landing that elbow in the back of his head. You understand?
Right.
Let me show you that technique. You pull the head down with one hand, then you take the elbow and you stick it in back of his neck, right? All the time, professing to the referee, why? Just dig it in there, but you don't show that in your face, all right? That's a poker face,
Yeah,
all
that's
right?
not good, Dave. That's not good.
But, you
That's
know,
that's not
for
good
the kids out there that want to know
that's
that
not
move,
good sportsmanship.
it's this, all right? Meanwhile,
Do it
John
again,
Leonardo,
Dave.
yeah, right? Meanwhile, John Leonardo is looking to get inside. He's a guy who likes to punch off of his moves.
All right, round number 2.
But he's swinging for the hills. You know, you watch him. John Leonardo wants to just make a move and
to
then,
the body
and then
goes
punch.
Justin.
Right, and he's not quick enough for Justin to really land these moves. You know,
You know what it is? I think I see John, right? And I'm looking at him, and he's focusing on the body,
right,
going up top there. But
well, he thinks he could get in, but he's not close enough to make those type of moves. He's moving his head. Justin's on the outside, and he sees these moves. So it's not like you're gonna hit him with the crooked punch.
nice
If he made those moves into a straight punch,
combination
he'd
to
have
the
a
body.
chance.
Justin is.
Look at that. Justin's a professor at this stuff. The guy puts his head down a little bit, and Justin puts both hands on the ground and just says, "Ref, what is this guy doing?"
And to the body, a little low by Justin.
Yeah, but Justin did get hit with the hook in that exchange.
He did. He sure did.
They both exchanged hooks.
And again, to the body goes Justin and moves out of the way before John gets to connect to him. And now on the punch, Justin falls, but it's not ruled a knock.
I think in the
down.
pros, they would have called that a knockdown.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of that punch,
I mean,
that would
he
have
tripped over his foot, but he did get helped down by a punch. Wow. And they're letting him go.
And again,
right.
there goes Justin leaning forward.
Right. So this is interesting. They're negotiating the distance over here, George. Wow. He tried to hit him with that overhand.
Deontay Wilder right hand.
Yes, yeah.
And now John
Boom.
trying to miss him.
Right. And if you look at John's the guy who's got his strategy.
He's
set.
solid. John is solid. He's a solid boxer.
Yeah, but he's got his strategy set. It doesn't matter to him what Justin does. He's going to do what he's going to do, which is make a move and then throw his punch as hard as he can. And it's not working against Justin because Justin is
very
smart,
fast,
yeah,
very
too
slick.
smart to stand there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then there he goes. There's the pull-down elbow. There it is. Oh, he couldn't get his elbow up top. All right. But that was a pull-down without the elbow. Oh, there's a front face lock.
Oh,
Wow,
and a big miss by Jonathan and then by
both
John.
of them.
And
Both
then
of
by
them.
John, yep.
All right.
And then Justin just countering and getting punching, and now
Right.
getting really low there. Trying to escape some of those punches, but
Right. See, Justin's not going to stand there. He could read these movements by John. John is making these movements, but he's making them like he's making a big move and a big punch. And you can't do that unless you either made the guy miss or you're all the way on the inside. I don't know what Justin is doing with putting his head down there. Cassie's upset. She said, "Honey, I don't know what you're doing down there, but you gotta get back into the fight." You know.
yeah, keep the head up.
Right,
Keep that head up.
And Justin is you know what? Justin is counting on the good sportsmanship of John, because John, most of the punches would have hit you right in back of your head or try to take your head off with the hook in that situation.
Casey O'Connor picking up the scorecards.
Why? That was round 2, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's she doing?
I'm not sure.
What's happening here?
All right.
There's some shenanigans going on here.
There's no shenanigans. This is the amateurs.
There's some shenanigans. Somebody's getting
that only
paid.
happens in the pros.
I think I saw money exchange. I think Cassie O'Connor was taking some money from somebody.
Oh,
I don't
stop
know what
it.
for.
Stop it.
I'm going to look in. We have to look into this.
Don't start
George.
those rumors. Come on.
We have to look
This
into
is amateurs. All right, the start of round number 3. Here we go. Guys touch gloves.
it. All right.
John now trying to go to the body again.
Right, but here's the thing. Every time John comes down, you know he's going to come up with a hard punch, and Justin's just going to step back because he's not going to get hit with that.
And a big right by Justin.
Right.
Jonathan trying to come back and score on his own.
See?
Gets tangled. And now John going to the body and then with a big right to the head, but not really kind of grazing him. That one didn't, that's for sure.
Well, Justin hit on top with the hook. John came underneath with the hook at the same time. So, pretty interesting. I still say Justin is outboxing John right now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He's, you know. Oh. I'll tell you what, you put your head all over the place like that, you cannot.
You're going to get hit. Yeah, you're going to get hit.
You cannot complain about getting hit in the back of the head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good left hook by Justin right there. Look at that. That Justin is slick. Justin has really found his space. If this is distance negotiation, Justin has negotiated his distance.
And again, Justin bends down over like that, and he's really got to keep his head up. Got to keep that head up.
Right, and Cassie O'Connor is admonishing him for that. Good check hook by Justin right there.
Now Jonathan holding on and going to the body.
That's what he should do.
When he bends over,
head down there. Right, that's
right there, right to the body, a two-punch combination.
Great body
and now
shot.
Justin answering those two-punch body combination, coming back with a combination of his own.
Right, and a nice right uppercut that Justin stuck in there. And Justin is really experienced. He knows how to hold on. He knows how to duck.
Oh, a nice right hook. Yeah, uppercut. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Look at him.
Just as John is coming in, Justin catches him with that uppercut.
Right, and John finally scored back with a few punches of his own. And that's what John, you know what? You got a guy holding on to you like that or being tricky, you gotta rough him up. So, it's pretty interesting.
Let me go to the canvas. Goes
right now. I'll tell you what,
Justin.
Your co-host would have been disqualified right there because if he did all that, and I would have hit him going down. You know.
You're dirty. You're dirty. John coming in with that left hook. Catches Jonathan. Catches Justin. And Justin.
And how is that not a knockdown?
That would have been a knockdown.
Okay. Interesting fight.
But he was off balance, but still, that would have been a knockdown.
Interesting
for
fight.
Sure.
So that was very, very interesting. Justin really put on a clinic of not just boxing, but those little tricky Floyd Mayweather type, Bernard Hopkins type things. You know, he really relied on the good sportsmanship of John by keep putting his head down like that. You know, when he dragged John's head down in round one, he put an elbow behind there.
Right.
You know, and now we're gonna, you know, now that he started putting his head down there, John didn't do anything.
That's right.
So
that's right. So who do you have winning this, Dave?
I think Justin won by points and by outboxing and by being a ring generalship. But you know, there was some dirty tricks in there. Let's call it for what it is. You know how do you say that in Spanish?
Sucio. That's
sucio.
Dirty.
There's a
dirty.
little sucio in this. A little bit there. And then John, this is a good learning experience for John because John basically he wants to be in a certain position and throw certain punches, and you can't do that with everybody because some people are going to run around and you know, some people are going to run around and just not let you be in that comfortable position. You know?
Not sure what Justin is doing here.
I don't know. I think there's too much tape on I don't know. Cassie O'Connor is very upset with this taping. You know, that might be a DQ in a way. You never know with Cassie. All right, so we're going to introduce Albin. Albin is here, and Albin is our new roadie in effect.
Yeah, let's just get the official announcement first.
All right.
Open, we have a split decision.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Your winner, boxing out of the blue corner.
Wow.
Wow.
Leonardo.
Wow, it's kind of rough. I didn't see it that way.
I did not see that at all.
I didn't see it that way. I saw
I
it.
did not see that at all.
I'm really, really surprised.
I saw Justin winning that clearly, you know, kind of like a bandit, you know, not really obeying all the rules of the game, and you know, but how can you say that Justin lost that fight?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, man.
He scored more punches, you know, in our eyes by the naked eye, you know. Well, my naked eyes.
Some people in Facebook land.
Through your windshields.
Some people are.
Through your windshields.
Yeah, but some people on Facebook land are kind of agreeing with what we're saying. And they've had some choice words that we can't repeat here on the show.
Yeah.
But
I'm thinking that the judges penalized Justin without
yes, very possible.
Without Cassie O'Connor penalizing him outright. I think they penalized him because in round one, he was grabbing their head, putting their elbow down. He did it a couple times. You know, you get one for that. And then he was doing in round three especially, he was putting his head down. That's really against the rules. You can't do that. In amateur boxing, they don't want you putting your head down like that because you pop up and you hit the other guy in the mouth with your head, and that's how accidents happen. So they don't want that. You know, so just based on that, maybe the judges didn't like that, you know,
right.
And he was relying on that. He was doing a lot of holding, too, Justin was. He was doing a lot of holding, manipulating, not really getting into arm lock like he was trying to, but he was definitely holding a lot, you know?
Okay.
All right, so we got Alvin here. Alvin Kaz. All right, I'm not going to rip into this guy. He's supposed to be our roadie. He's supposed to help out. He was supposed to learn out.
Technical person,
right?
Too,
you're a young person. Yeah, put that over here. And as most young people do, he was useless today. He came in late. He should be sitting all the way to the left.
Yeah, what happened? What happened here?
Traffic. Yeah, we had traffic too. All right, so this guy's going to be helping us out. Hopefully he'll learn how to drive and get here on time. Right. Okay. All right. He probably goes to college.
It's New York City.
Yeah. Right. All right.
But
yeah, you never drove in New York City.
Yeah.
I bet if it was a hot date, you would have gone over here. Yeah.
All right.
I bet if we had some hot dogs for you, you would have been running over here. You know. I seen Alvin run to the fridge one time. He knocked 2 kids out of his way, and some grown lady who had the nerve to like try to escort these kids towards the hot dog.
All right, so we got the 6th bout of the evening. You got Robin Ellis from an unattached gym. This is 132 pounds novice also, and then you have in the blue corner David Prugio. Is that what it says?
Prego. It looks like Prego.
Prego. I don't know what that is.
Oh my God! Look, they're both wearing black.
Yeah, this is tough. Okay, so you
got the blue corner. We're gonna go by gloves. We're gonna go by gloves.
Blue corner is gonna be David. Red is Robin, like the bird.
Right. So we got Red Robin and Blue Prego.
132, 132 pounds, novice.
Well, Davi Blue. Red Robin and
These guys are pretty
Blue.
fit.
Yeah, and they're fast.
Fast and fit. Right?
Right. They look good. They're
Red Robin.
fighters.
Red Robin. I like that.
Right.
That's Robin Ellis.
Wow.
Is that Coach
Good
Ellis's
punch.
kid?
I don't know.
But he's unattached. He's
He
unattached.
could be his grandkid. Or
Yeah,
something like
grandkid,
that.
yeah.
No, I don't think it's Coach Ellis. But anyway, these guys are pretty interesting. They both have pretty wide stances.
They look very similar there.
Yeah, they're very fast. And they don't look like novice fighters to me. They look like open fighters. And look at Prego with that good slip. I mean, he slipped that punch by moving his head
And there
slightly.
he is. Yeah, there he is again doing the same thing.
And he's got some legitimate talent over here. I think he's only got one fight, I was told. He looks like he knows his way around the ring.
I doubt that.
Good 1-2.
Yeah, I doubt that.
1-2. Whoops.
And Robin now with that nice combination.
Right. Also right hand behind the head, but that's part of it. You throw a hook, especially with that rear hand, you might hit the guy behind the head. And Prego, look at Prego. Prego's actually changing levels. So he's got a wide foot stance, but he's changing the height of his head, and really has a good feint. These guys are extremely good. And if you look at Red Robin, he's rocking back and forth in his stance, changing his distance. Wow,
Nice
These
first
guys
round. Yeah, very
are
fast.
Really, really good boxers over here.
Very fast.
We got
very
two
fast.
legitimate boxers. I don't know where the end for novices out of that.
Yeah, so, wow.
These guys are really good.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think they're novice. All right, let's
says
do some
novice.
shout-outs here. Do a couple shout-outs here.
We're going to get him.
Let me see. Who else we got here? Anybody new? All right, so D, you want to know who these people are? Okay, Robin Ellis is from Unattached Gym, 132 pounds. He's in the red corner. And then you have David Pregio. He's in the blue corner. And joining us right now this evening as we're sitting here, David?
Yes, let me introduce Stormin Norman.
It's a pleasure
Welcome,
to be here.
welcome.
Thanks so much. Pleasure to be amongst you guys.
All right, Norman, come and commentate with us. We're going to talk to you more later. So we got Red Robin in the red gloves. They're both wearing black, so it's hard to differentiate it. We're going to use the gloves, and we got Prego in the blue. And these guys are supposed to be novice, but they're ripped to shreds as if they've been boxing for years, and they both move exceptionally well.
Yeah, it's clear they're in amazing shape. You watch them throw. They got a lot of charisma, a lot of heart, an awful lot of energy.
Absolutely. So it's just a matter of Prego is the one who likes to be on the outside. He looks to be more of a boxer. Somebody told me that he only has one fight, and Red Robin.
Yeah,
is,
I find that
pushing
hard to
him it.
believe.
Yeah.
Maybe only one in the ring.
Right. So these guys really look good. So Prego's throwing a good jab, and what I like about Prego's jab is that he jabs, but he doesn't stay there. He likes being on the outside, so he moves. What I like about Red Robin is Red Robin comes in, he commits to his jab, and he throws his right hand behind it. Oh, and he's trying to check hook. Very smooth, Red Robin is. He missed both times with it, but it's nice when he's trying to catch Prego when he comes in by stepping to his left and throwing a hook as he does that, a check hook, you know.
He's got strategy. He's definitely thinking it through.
Right. Oh, right. And Red Robin comes in with a good combination right there. But Prego did block most of it. All right. So now Prego, besides moving, he has to like make his stand. You can't just move without threatening. So if you're moving to the side, somewhere along the way, you have to stop and let those punches come in. You know. Otherwise, Red Robin's going to just keep coming and forward, and find a home for his punches, which he seems to be.
Yeah, I thought he might be letting him in there on purpose to sort of get him where he wants to, but doesn't seem to have much of a response for him when he gets in close.
Absolutely, he has to do something. Sometimes he beats him to the punch first, but when it seems like when Red Robin gets his jab in there, he doesn't have an answer. He's got to punch with him. But it's not. Good. That was good. And Red Robin is really putting this pressure on.
He is putting on the pressure. He's putting David Prego on the ropes.
Right.
And again, has him against the ropes. Now hanging on is Prego. I think Prego's running out of gas.
Yeah, right. I heard he moved in from upstate. All right, so now we got with us. Introduce yourself, Norman.
Yeah, Norman Steiner, attorney
Steiner.
at law, also a boxer, an amateur boxer, fighting
Steiner.
the Masters division.
Any
No
relation to
Steiner Sports?
Steiner, George Steinbrenner, and the Yankees?
No. Steinbrenner and Steiner are different.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, the origin, the first five letters there are the same.
But they start the same, so maybe as the family breaks apart, the last name might change.
You happen to be on point because 3 generations ago I was Steinberg, and it changed to Steiner.
Steiner.
Yeah, but that was a dispute between my grandmother and grandfather that we won't get into this evening.
Right. Family affairs. All right. So what do? You actually
He fights.
A lawyer, right?
And he fights. Yeah, he's a fighting lawyer.
He's a fighting lawyer.
In the ring and in the courtroom.
Yeah, both. Yeah, that's right.
All right, because I saw you in Gleason. You got an office over here, right?
I do have an office. It's sort of a satellite office. My main office is in downtown Brooklyn at 111 Livingston Street. And,
All right.
he got a full office, full staff there. He fights back on. We'll get back to me.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we don't care about your satellites, George. George Steinberger. All right. So let's see. All right, now let's see what strategy Dave in blue has to
Dave came firing off. I think he's pushing forward, but
he says he's going to fight. He like drew the line in the sand and said, "All right, you want to come forward? I'm going to throw punches."
Yeah, he is standing toe to toe with them.
Right.
They're close. Yeah.
Good idea. Right. And this is where you see some of the novice, because if you look at Red Robin coming in, he's not jabbing his way in. He's just creeping his way in.
That's Robin Ellis. Yeah, Robin Ellis creeping his way in.
Right.
Taking his chances
He's
there.
not jabbing in. Like when he jabs like that and lets his punches fly behind it, he does much better. But right now he's just kind of like stepping in. So he's giving Dave the chance, Dave Prego, the chance of throwing first. Because you know where he's coming. He's coming forward.
He does. A few times he's come forward. You see Dave just step in with that 1-2 real fast and nab him.
Right. That was a leaping lizard left hook right there, a la Roy Jones. By Red Robin.
Nice.
All right, so that's a little comeback by Red Robin.
All right, Robin connecting with that the right. And now Dave trying to go to the body.
Right. It's a good idea.
Gets caught with a nice left hook by
and Dave
Robin
looks tired,
He
right?
does look
Yeah, he
tired.
does.
His arms are hurting.
Yeah, he's
Right.
gassed.
Right. And Robin took advantage. He came in. I'll tell you what, Red Robin is diesel.
And it's funny that you got Dave Prego inviting Red Robin in, Robin
Right.
Ellis.
And Dave Prego's punches look like desperation. Wow, great fight.
That was
That was
so
a
we're
good
waiting for the
fight.
decision. We'll go back to
Right.
the man sitting next to us here on the right.
All right.
okay. Thanks. So getting back to that, the main office is in Brooklyn at 111 Livingston, but I keep a satellite office here at Gleasons. I'm here all the time. It does feel like it's my home. Satellite office.
All right.
Yeah, just off in the corner.
So for those in our public out there that don't know what a satellite is, because they're thinking of something orbital, like in the sky. You're just saying that you got like a little closet over here at Gleason's with chairs.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than a closet.
All right. So he does not come out of a closet.
And I don't orbit.
He
Like
doesn't
a
orbit.
satellite, yeah.
We got to explain this. This is a boxing public. They might not understand this.
Let's not underestimate their intelligence. I think
right.
satellite, if we get to the origins. of the
Don't
word,
overestimate that seat. That seat is
I'm
horrible.
already falling backwards. Someone's going to have to give me a 10 count in a minute if I lean back any further.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So
Yeah.
we got
but
Norman Steiner here.
satellite in the sense that it's not the home base.
Right.
It's external
But
in a
if
way.
they're coming to Gleason's, they can reach out to you and
100%.
get some law advice, or you point them in the right direction and stuff like that.
Look, what I mainly cover, my area of law, my expertise are injuries and criminal defense is what I do. But
Okay, gotcha.
But I can point them in the right direction if it's outside that area.
Thank you. So it's good to have. All right.
Boxing out of the red corner, Robin.
Wow.
All right, Red Robin. All right. I could see that because he provided a lot of pressure. And I'm pretty interested in seeing both of these guys fight. I hope they're fighting in the Ringmasters tournament. They both look extremely good. They look really good. Good sportsmen, good fighting. Red Robin, I'd like to see you jab your way in a little bit more. David Prego, I'm looking for you to basically make up your mind on what you're going to do on the outside. Don't just stay on the outside and move side to side. Decide a few more feints, and you could have held them off. A few feints, a few turns, and things of that nature. That was a good fight, though.
It was. I also think at the end, a lot of it came down to Red Robin's conditioning. At the end, you saw Dave.
Yeah, right. He
got
a little tired. Tired. What do you recommend? Running sprints for that? Running sprints?
I'll tell you, I like that HIIT training, the high-intensity training they do now, 20 seconds hard, 10 seconds race. And you mentioned the Ringmasters. They're fortunately letting the Masters, my age group, the old-timers fight, and I'm signed up for that this year.
Oh, yeah? Are you?
Yeah, and I hope to have a good fight
goodness.
there, yeah.
I know a good lawyer in case you get hurt.
I could use one.
Yeah.
You know what they say, I'll have a fool for a client, but I'll have a good lawyer.
All right. There you go. I love it. All right, so now we're up to fight number 6, right?
7.
7. Okay, I got to learn how to count. It was more than one hand, so forgive me. All right, so Eric Nabrier Jr. out of Gleasons in the red. And then, of course, Antonio Tantillo out of Mendez in the blue corner, but he's going to be wearing a red shirt, which let's call him patriotic. He looks like red, white, and blue.
Yes, he does.
You know?
I think I've seen him fight before in the blue corner,
Okay.
not too long ago.
All right. And Eric Nabrier Jr., I know I've seen him fight before. I was talking to him earlier before the fights were there and before the fight started, and definitely he has a bit of a swag about him. I don't know if it's an athletic, aura around him. He definitely looks athletic. I like that. I'm really interested in fighting. Well, he's out of Gleasons. Hey, you got a scouting report on him?
I don't recognize him.
You don't recognize him?
No.
All right. Maybe he trains at a different time or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of swag. He's got good rhythm, and I like seeing guys with good rhythm because if it does, does that translate into their boxing style? Do they bring that rhythm with them? Some guys are strong and muscular, and they bring like a strong muscular style to boxing, but that's not really conducive to real boxing. It's just strong,
I understand what you're saying, but I think you have to stay true to whatever your style is. You take a guy that doesn't have a lot of, classic example, Rocky Marciano, right? Just a brute, really not a whole lot of leg work and not a lot of swagger. Didn't seem that great on his feet, but, look at his record, undefeated, and you didn't want to get too close to him in the ring. And you take a dancer, someone who's got a lot of swag, a lot of style, and you stay true to what you are and just focus on those strengths. I think you do all right.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm not sure what the holdup is here, but
they're tightening the ropes at Gleasons.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh,
Yeah.
They're working on the turnbuckles.
Right. That's it.
Yeah, right in front of us here, too.
All right. They gotta get things right.
I wonder if somebody complained about that.
Yeah, there's always some complaints. And Harry Keith is in the corner of Antonio Tantillo. I like that name, Tantillo. And these guys are novice also? What weight are we talking about?
Which guys?
138. The guys
138.
Right now.
I don't know. Is that what is that?
It's
that looks like
Y.
Y. What does that mean?
Youth. Oh, they're
yeah.
youth. They're young.
Okay.
They're young bucks. Okay, that's what it is.
Did you say youth?
Youth. You guys are young bucks. All right, good. Because they got to start somewhere, don't they? All right, so Eric Nabrier again is going to be, his outfit is all white. He's got the red gloves on. And Tantillo is in the red, white, and blue outfit. Nabreed, not Nabrier, Nabreed. Nabreed. Tantillo.
Ute.
You heard it there.
Yeah. So I'm going down to Virginia in a week, and I have to do a trial. It's going to be in my cousin Vinny's scene.
Oh, man.
This is the way I talk, but they don't really talk like me down in Virginia.
No, they don't. No. They don't. You're at home over here. I'm with you.
He's a New Yorker.
Yeah. You're from New York?
New York.
All right, let's see what else we got. We got some more shout-outs. Sure, it's Calvin Boxley. Says his fun is fighting. Remember that name. Stephen Standing Rock. All right, good luck to Cintron. Sarah Weinstock, this is 7, waiting to start. All right.
Hope you're tuned in to Pug Life Chronicles on Facebook. We are streaming live here at Gleason's Gym. We hope you're enjoying the show. You are watching amateur boxing, the future of the pros.
All right. So George is teaching our guy Alvin how to point the camera and stuff like that. Well, I still don't know what the holdup is. What do you think the holdup is?
Well, they were tightening up the turnbuckles. That was the first delay, it seems. Yes. I'm being asked by Sonia if I bought a bag. I'm donating a bag to an organization that she helps out with the youth.
All right.
Heavy bag.
All right. Referee Ernesto's in the ring. All right. Let's see what we got here. And Nabred is right. Like you said, true to his style. He's trying to box. Seems very flashy. Boy, this is like this kind of looks like Rocky and Apollo Creed right now.
I see what you mean by the swag. He's light on his feet and he's bouncing around. Yeah.
Right. And this is kind of what I expect from a guy who moves around like that when he warms up.
He's fast.
Yeah. And he's comfortable. This is what I call negotiating distance right here. Now Tantillo's like he's got to come in.
It's intimidating. The first 15 seconds out when the guy comes on you like that, it makes you think before moving.
Absolutely. And one thing that Tantillo has to do is not abandon his jab just because it doesn't look like he could reach him. He still has to jab his way in no matter what. It's interesting.
I think you're right there. He does need to keep that jab going.
Right. So what it is once you jab like that, you have to move your feet forward, and then you'll be in range. So that's the way it is. It's basic.
I wanted to say he's a little bit slow in getting that jab back, but then I stopped. He looks like he corrected that quick.
Well, one thing that this is one of my pet peeves is especially when somebody's a little bit shorter and slower when they jab, is they have to bring both feet with them. And Tantillo is leaving his back foot behind him.
Yeah.
When he jabs.
I heard you say that in some of the earlier fights. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And we're looking for it.
All right, I'm back, Dave.
I didn't know you were gone, George.
Oh, okay. That's good.
My boy Norman are calling us.
Yeah. Norman doing a great job here with us this evening. Thank you for joining us, Norman.
So this is a classic thing that some of these guys do. What Eric Nabred is doing is he's comfortable on the outside, and when he's on the inside, he'll hold a lot. So now Tantillo has, as a lot of slower and shorter fighters have to do, he's got to decide what he's going to do on the outside and what he's going to do on the inside. He's not going to get that comfortable distance, and a lot of novice guys have to do this. This is what I call you're not fighting a heavy bag, so don't act like you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People move, and if you hit them, they hit back. And too many of our fighters, especially our novice guys, hit a heavy bag like it's a heavy bag. You should hit a heavy bag like it's a person. Work on your moves and understand that the distance is going to change, and you have to adjust to it quickly.
You see that often. You see a guy hitting a heavy bag as if that's the sport. And when you're hitting the heavy bag, you're envisioning punches coming back at you, just the way you're describing. That's the only way to do it. It's the only way it's going to pay off in there. The difference, I think, in the amateurs is that when you're in close and you're holding, sometimes the ref will let you get away with it,
Right.
If it was a pro fight, you'd see the corner going crazy or the fighter turning to the ref and saying, hey, I'm being held, do something. And unfortunately here, you don't often get the interference that you want in that situation from the ref to break it up quick and get the fight going.
So Tantillo did something that I liked. He's flashing jabs now. He's flashing jabs even if he's not hitting. And that's the right idea. I don't know why he's holding his arm. So that's Tantillo's chance. He's got to flash those jabs and try to get in there. And you really can't worry about hitting a guy hard that moves that fast, because you're going to flinch if you try to hit him hard. You have to just hit him, And Eric Nabred is all over the place with his feet, giving angles, going from side to side, and putting his high speed on full display right here.
Yeah. I think that comes from the same thing, from hitting the heavy bag like it's a bag and not a person, just thinking that you're going to get that strong, heavy, hard hit in there, and that's not the way to do it.
And here comes Tantillo. He's trying to come in, and he will come in successfully if he throws a jab to at least blind Eric, or at least catch his attention.
Nice right hook by Tantillo there.
Yeah,
on the ropes.
That's what he needs to do. And now Tantillo is wrestling. No need to wrestle. He needs to do that. Throw his left hook.
Throw that punch. Yeah, let those punches go.
Let him go.
And he's got him on the ropes. He might as well hit him, right?
Yeah.
Tantillo.
And Tantillo shows some good movement.
Moving out of there quickly.
I like
his face
that.
nicely with his shoulder also. You see, when he's in close, he keeps his face really well protected with the shoulder.
Nice left hook by Eric Nabreed.
Right, and Tantillo answers with one himself. But
Nabreed again with that left.
Right, and you can see Tantillo's no stranger. He's you know, I don't want to. You can't call him novice because he's a youth. He's been around the block a few times, but he's definitely a little bit overwhelmed. You know, I would say he's a little bit overwhelmed. The speed is on display, the angles, the negotiating the distance is going on.
I think his opponent came out really hard and really fast in the first 15, 20 seconds. And like I said, it's hard to recover from that. When you feel overwhelmed at first, just psychologically it hits you, and it takes a lot to come out of that.
Right, absolutely. So, but it's something. This is how you learn. How are you going to learn unless you have somebody hitting you, jumping all over the place, and do this?
Yeah,
does this remind you of Rocky and Apollo Creed? I mean, like.
Well, you got the red, white, and blue.
I'm
I think it's on the wrong guy, though.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm colorblind. What can I say?
All right, Tantillo coming up with Nabreed now.
Wow, and they're both going.
Yeah, Nabreed pushing Tantillo against the ropes, and Tantillo switches it up on him.
Right.
And now fighting from the outside is Nabreed.
And Tantillo caught him in back of the head, too, but nobody said it.
I'm sorry, Tantillo fighting from the outside.
And now it gets interesting. Now, Nabreed looks like he changes up styles all the time, which is interesting. And Nabreed wants to kind of come forward all of a sudden.
This is the third round. They're trying to lay it all out here, Dave.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, look at Nabreed going to the body.
Right. Maybe Nabreed's a little tired and just trying to, force his way in there so he doesn't have to punch and run around as much. Who knows?
When he comes in, you always see how he wraps his arm around the back of his neck and pushes down to try to tire him out.
Yeah.
I think that's part of his plan, to keep weight on him and try to tire him out. But I don't know if 3 short rounds is really enough to get that done.
Right. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to give them that much credit because they're youth. Youth, you never know what they're thinking. It could change from second. Good right hand by Tantillo. Let's see. And this is where Tantillo should be comfortable. Coming forward like this, having Nabreed not move as much because he's a little tired. So Tantillo should be able to get off a little bit.
And as you say that, Dave, his corner screaming at him, don't back up, move forward. They're telling him to move forward. They might see something in Eric Nabreed.
Right. I think Nabreed is just more trying to tie up than anything else. There you go. Tantillo came forward with the double jab right hand, which was pretty good. And Nabreed is coming in. Yeah, he's throwing 2 punches and then just leaning. Yeah. I think you're right. I think he's just trying to tie him up.
Yeah, and he's keeping his left arm over him all the time. And it took till now for the ref to start really doing something about it. You know, that's what I was getting at earlier.
Right.
I don't think he should be nodding his head no when he comes back to his corner. Right. It doesn't look right for the judges, but put up a good fight. How would you call it?
Louis Martinez is watching. Dylan Wanagale is watching. D. Berg is watching. Orville Crooks.
Hey, Popcorn.
Sergio LeBron is watching. Wavy Gravy is watching. Is lit, right? Wavy Gravy, he says that all the time. Don't know what it means. It just means that Wavy Gravy is around when you hear it. Is lit. Because he says it for everything. All right? And Zonde A. Solomon is watching. Look at that. Frankie something.
Wavy Gravy with some pop
D.
culture
Armstead.
icon.
Who else we got? Calvin Boxley.
All right, before you keep shouting him out, Dave, real quick, this is the year of qualifying year for the Olympics.
Right. So 2019, all amateur fights count double and triple, possibly quadruple. All right? It counts a lot. So the Ringmasters is a qualifying tournament to get into the Nationals to eventually get into the Olympics. Big deal. Very big deal.
This is where it counts.
Right. So I wonder who won this fight, because this is kind of a big deal. This fight
means a lot.
These young men put it all out there.
It showed.
Yeah. Who do you have winning out of this one, Norm?
It's real close, but I do give it to the blue corner.
So you gave it to Tantillo?
Yeah. You give it to Tantillo? I give it to the Gleasons guy.
Yeah, I think I got Nabreed winning. Eric Nabreed.
I got Nabreed because just a little more, just on quantity.
Ring generalship, maybe.
Ring generalship. I'm just saying, just pure punches landed. I think he landed more.
I guess you guys called it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. But I did. Now here's something that's pretty interesting in boxing. A lot of people, there's not a sport anywhere in the world where you have the participants participating, right? It's not like they're scoring points. It's not like a baseball game. It's not like a football game, right? Where the ball moves around. Participants are watching. Spectators are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Participants doing. The refs are there. The other judges. Nobody knows who wins until the very end.
I think you're right, Dave. It's unlike any other sport. I mean, sometimes you can watch a fight and it's pretty clear who's going to win, and it doesn't take much to predict what the outcome's going to be. But more often than not, it's the type of sport where people engage to compete against somebody in similar status to them. So, of course, it's going to be close. It's going to be tight. And often you can be surprised by the outcome.
And then more than anything else, it's 3 judges' opinions.
3 judges.
Right?
Yeah.
As far as you're concerned, Tantillo won. Tantillo, as far as he's concerned, probably thought he won.
But I understood your position. It wasn't the sort of thing where I'm amazed by the outcome. Sometimes you do see a decision that you're shocked by.
Right.
And, we'll call that a robbery.
Right.
Not what you would call a 160-15, I think, but a robbery in the ring. Did I get it right? Is it a 160-15?
That was the penal law definition. I'm not even going to go into that. And how I know. I'm not even going to go into that, okay? All right? That case was dismissed. I'm not going to go into that, all right? It was my muffin. I don't care what the store said. It was my muffin. If they want to fight for my muffin.
I think it was the napkin and the straw that they were concerned about.
Oh, my goodness. They were not going to keep my muffin.
All right, so we got the 8th bout of the evening, guys.
All right.
In the red corner, you have Peter. I don't know what it says here. And in the blue corner, you got Sebastian Garcia from Mendez Boxing. And right away,
a lot of
from
wide
the red,
swing in here, huh? Turn in the back. Turn.
And
wow.
And Sebastian is dressed in black with the blue gloves on. And Peter Van something, I can't even read that. He's in red with the red gloves.
Wow, look at this.
On,
right on the corner.
Right. And this looks like
you have Sebastian Garcia.
Right.
Yeah, Sebastian Garcia pinned him on the pinned Peter on the corner.
And just let his hands go.
Let his hands go. Peter gets that standing 8 count. Sebastian now coming like a spitfire right out of the corner, running right over to Peter and trying to connect here.
And this is a novice match for sure. And it looks like Peter is a little bit overwhelmed.
And again, Peter getting another standing 8 count.
Right.
Sebastian trying to get to neutral corner, being told to go to the neutral corner, and Peter again getting more of an 8 count because of Sebastian. Sebastian coming forward again with that right.
Right. And Peter seems to be very, very novice. Not just novice, but brand new. I don't know if he's ready to actually have a fight yet.
He's lifting his chin up a little too much when he's getting hit. And the ref's not going to like that.
But I'll tell you what, I'll take Peter in an alley with me any day because Peter does not give up.
He's got heart. He got a lot of heart.
A lot of heart.
A lot of heart. But today,
I like.
He was go back and fight
another
another
day.
He was just a little
bit overwhelmed.
Overmatched today.
Overwhelmed. And
Overwhelmed and overmatched.
I hope this does not get him out the game. I think he's unattached too.
Right.
So this is what happened. He's probably not part of a gym quite yet. Mm-hmm. He wanted to go in a match and see how it was. He started training. He needs more sparring, obviously. He was a little bit overwhelmed.
Good call by Ernesto.
Yeah.
Ernesto to stop it.
I like to call him Ernesto.
Ernesto.
It was the right call.
Yeah, that was the right call.
How long into it was it? About a minute and change?
I don't know. I don't have a stopwatch on me. And we don't have a clock.
You see that often in a guy's first fight where they'll just come out swinging and it's a brawl, and that's kind of what this resembled.
Right.
They were just swinging widely and throw a lot of fast punches, but it was overwhelming for him. And after you get 2 standing 8 counts that early on.
I mean, he definitely gets the trophy of heart of trying to go in there, and
a lot of heart, definitely a lot of heart.
So it's not. So for the folks out there that are thinking of trying boxing, please go to a gym like Gleason's and go to USAboxing.org and find out where there's some gyms and you know, don't be unattached.
I wanted to ask you about that because you used that term and I didn't hear it before. Unattached. What does that mean? That you're
unattached means that they're not a part of any gym.
I see.
You know, and you have people that been in the game for a while. They start being unattached because they start traveling from gym to gym.
Yeah.
You know, so those are unattached fighters. But a lot of times you get those people that are training. You know, in the backyards, or they're taking a Taibo class or something like that, or they're taking a few things.
Yeah.
You know, or they're kind of like training on their own with a few friends or something like that, and they're not really getting the good sparring. You have to get good sparring if you're going to do this.
It's critical.
Hey, Norman, just tell us a little bit about your lawyer firm. Just shamelessly plug here. What do you got there?
Wait.
Show us what do you got there.
I brought one of these for each of you. It's.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see which camera should I hold it up?
Yeah, right over here.
So it's a keychain boxing ring.
Boxing glove.
Yeah. They're always available here at Gleason's gym, and anyone gets in touch with them.
What's the number there?
It's 646-600-NORM. 646-600-6676.
Okay. So this is the kind of stuff that I use as self-defense time and time again. You know, I keep it like this when I'm on a train, right?
You poke somebody in the eye with it.
Maybe somebody's selling candy aggressively to me. You know, and I say, and I tell him no a couple times, and he, you know, he won't get out of my face. So I say, come over here. I go, boom. Yeah. They're not going to get any of my DNA. All right, they're not going to get any of my DNA. I'll punch you right in the eye. I'll bam with this, boom with this. All right, right. This is the kind of stuff that you need. All right. You don't use your fist because you hurt people and you hurt your fist.
Let's have a go, Dave.
Right?
Ding, ding, ding.
You win. Come. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Bam, right in the eye. I'm not afraid of you. I think I'm afraid of you. I got this. I got this.
Real tough guy.
Right? And if you try to sue me, I got a lawyer. What's up?
Right here.
What's up?
Right
Come
here,
on.
Yeah.
You don't want none of this.
I'll wear one on every finger sometime.
As a fashion statement, that's not a bad thing. You know?
I took it out of my ear. My wife didn't like it when I had it in the earring.
Oh yeah. That would be pretty cool. I don't wear earrings, but that would be pretty cool. That would be something that, like, Mike Tyson would start, and then everybody would do them.
In
you know?
a moment, yeah.
Deontay Wilder,
although
you know what?
that face tattoo didn't really catch on.
No. No. It caught on as a meme. A lot of people use it as, like, you know, they just put stuff on. But who knows? Who knows? All right, who do we got coming up? Wow, we got a new referee that I've never seen. And that's another thing, too. Let's shout out to the public.
Female fights. But go ahead, Dave.
All right.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay. Check this out. USA Boxing can use more referees and judges. So if you guys are into boxing and you want to volunteer, that's something that's worth your time, right?
And their website is really, from what I've seen, very user-friendly.
Yeah.
You go to the website and the clinics, the courses, the signing up, it's all very easy to do. And before you know it, you go to a couple of classes, you meet the people, you get certified, and you're involved.
Yeah, USABoxing.org. All right, the girls are up. Female bouts, and I think the temperature went up by 10 degrees over here with all the people yelling.
Let me tell you something, Dave. This house is packed tonight.
Right.
Gleason's is packed. Norman, have you seen it like this lately?
As soon as I walked in, I was saying it looks so full.
Yeah.
All right. Sabrina Slattery is in the red corner.
And I'll tell you why you've been giving me some praise and recognition. I think you guys deserve some credit for filling the house. I think what you guys are doing and helping the sport and helping the amateurs out is getting a lot of recognition.
Well, we really appreciate that, Norman.
And adding to the folks coming out.
Yeah, we really do appreciate that. And, you know, we're giving these kids a platform. And I say kids because we're older, but,
all right. So
you know, we're giving these young adults a platform.
Nina in the blue and Sabrina in the red. And I think Sabrina we've seen before.
Sabrina Slattery? No, I don't think we've seen her.
I think we saw her in ring.
She's from Sweatbox.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. This is 106 pounds. These are 106-pound females, and she's from Sweatbox. And Nina Pottery is from the Unanimous Club.
Well, I'll tell you what. Nina Pottery knows how to box because she threw some jabs and she did some side steps.
Yeah.
And there they go. And they're both letting go.
Wow.
They're both letting their hands go. And
Nina has a big crowd here.
Yeah.
She got the crowd behind her here, Dave.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, that Nina knows how to move. Do you see that? A check hook. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and her rear foot follow is nice. I know you're going to like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Nina's got good movement.
She sure does, man.
But I'll tell you what, Sabrina is not a joke. She wants to come in.
She's game.
You're right.
She's definitely
game. She's just got to negotiate that distance. She wants to get in there. Same type of thing. How do you get in there without? You have to jab, and then you have to move your feet while you're jabbing to get in there. She's jabbing, but she's not moving her feet in. That's how you get inside. You got to jab, and your feet have to move.
And I see something with with Sabrina. She's really not throwing those punches with a lot of conviction behind them and a lot of power.
Yeah, because she's not finding the right range. That's why. If she gets inside, she'll let him go. But she has to move with that jab.
And look at Nina. Nina moving around really nice around the ring.
Yeah, she's got some real boxing skill. Legitimate footwork, legitimate defense, and she's got a crack in the punch too.
Sabrina, even on the inside, Dave, when she gets within that punching range, she's really not hitting as hard as she's not connecting as hard. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Norman, do you see that?
Except for the overhand right. I think I saw an overhand right or two that looked all right, but the rest of them I agree with you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's about negotiating the distance, basically. If you're talking distance, you have to negotiate it. What do we say about the heavy bag? The heavy bag is like, yeah, you can hit a heavy bag because it's staying in front of you and it's not alive. But, when people start moving, and Nina is a whirlwind. She's a whirling dervish. She's all over the place. Yeah. What's a whirling dervish?
I think what you just said, all over the place.
Right, like a whirling. Yeah, okay, good.
One of those.
Right, because some of my people not understand, and I was about to explain it, and I realized something. I don't know what it is myself.
I didn't even hear it was a whirling
dervish.
A whirling dervish.
What the heck is that?
What is a whirling dervish? I know I heard that somewhere.
I think it's a pastry. I'm
just saying that.
Espresso, you have a whirling David.
All right, so second round.
All right, now look at
Sabrina came out with a wild right.
Yeah. All right. Now Sabrina's starting to move her feet a little bit. That's what she's got to do.
She was coming in squared a little bit in the first round.
Feint her feet, show a jab, which obviously her corner told her to do, and then she's inside. Now she's got to let her hands go. But that Nina's slick.
Very slick.
Yeah.
Getting off the ropes, getting it back to the center of the ring.
Right. And Nina's doing what she's got to do to get on the inside. Simple double jab. And moving your feet with the double jab will get you in range. She stays out of range, and she's going to follow this formula right now.
You know what I like about Nina also, Dave, is that she throws her shot, and then she gets out of the way right away.
Absolutely.
You'll see that. Well, here she's going a little further, but there she is.
And here's Sabrina.
Pinning Sabrina against the ropes.
Sabrina finally got an opportunity to throw punches while Nina was in range. And she's not losing that opportunity. She said, all right, this is what I need. I need you close to me so I can hit you. And Sabrina is very, very enthused that she's got Nina in range finally. Let's see if Nina can get her way out again. She's starting to circle.
Nina again moving.
Right. And that's what Nina needs to do. She's very good at that.
She is good moving away from that power punch. But
right. She's a good boxer.
Moving away from that right hand.
Doing, it looks like it's doubling up on her jab to get her in that range better.
There she is. She shoots her shot, and then she moves out of there.
Right. And Sabrina's putting pressure in with moves, but not with the good jab. She's got to come in with the jab. But Sabrina's really putting a lot of pressure on now. And she's starting to score.
If this was more than a three-rounder, she could probably chase it down, tire Nina out, and maybe score a little bit more. But
and what you're seeing in Sabrina's success in coming forward is that as Nina moves, her jab is becoming less effective because she's jabbing, she's not planting her feet. She's concerned about moving away, and as she's moving away, she's jabbing. So there's not as much power on the jab.
Yeah, but that's what your opponent wants to do to you, right? They want to get you frightened to put too much behind what you're throwing.
Right.
You know you're going to get punished for
absolutely.
it after. That's all the strategy.
When you have that Ali Frazier type of scenario, thing about Ali is Ali could like jog backwards, throw a jab, and still have snap on it. You know,
while spinning his other hand around and around.
Right. Yeah. That's why he's the GOAT.
All right, and for our fans out there that are watching Pug Life Chronicles on Facebook or YouTube, just give us a shout out where you're watching from so we can give you guys a shout out.
Right.
All right, round number 3. You got Nina Powdery in the blue and Sabrina Slattery in the red. Third and final round.
They both want it bad.
Right. And look at this. And Sabrina's coming in strong, and Nina's moving her feet, but she's still. Her jab isn't that effective, but her right is definitely good. She's throwing a good hard right hand.
What are you talking about?
And another check hook.
Oh, you talking about Nina?
Right. Nina's. See her right hand.
She scored there with a nice right, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her jab isn't that good, but her right is got a lot of crack to it. It's got a lot of pop.
I think the jab that she's throwing out there is just to distract, and then she throws that right to catch Sabrina.
Right. Well, she's not able to throw the jab as much because she's still moving away. And now Sabrina's going to have to make up her mind. Sabrina's coming forward like a wild.
Yes, she is.
Maniac.
Trying to pin Nina on the ropes.
Right.
And Nina slippery again, getting out of that, bringing it back to the center of the ring.
Right. Sabrina's got to let her hands go once she gets in range. And she's got to throw some straight punches. She's not going to catch Nina. Nina's too quick to get hit with hooks and any curved punch. Wow. Now she's back in control. She has her feet under her. She's got a movement. She's got a time. Sabrina's a little bit too desperate.
Oh, and a nice hook by Nina.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, by Sabrina, and now followed up with a nice right, catching Nina. But Nina now answering with a nice two-punch combination.
Right. And Sabrina has mucho heart, but she just doesn't quite have the punches with her. And you can see she's trying to dig down with her legs. You know, she's not springing off of them. She's actually having trouble moving her legs.
She put a lot of energy in that first minute.
Yeah, absolutely. But that was a great fight.
Awesome
great
round.
fight.
Very good.
Very entertaining fight by them.
That was a lot of punches. These women can box.
They go at it. They go at it hard.
Yeah. They come to fight. They are not playing around. All right? George, you saying they playing around?
No, not at all.
No, me
not
neither.
At all. Not at all.
Me neither.
It looks like they throw more punches than the guys also. Every time I watch their fights, I really do
Yeah,
believe
no, that's
that.
true.
No,
if
they
somebody's
do.
counting the punches,
do.
they just throw more.
You have to understand. I don't know if the people understand, but this is how the human race and how every race got to where it is, because mothers protect their children. All
That's
right?
where it comes from.
The instincts that women have on them, men don't have. We can't handle what they have, and we've proven it time and time again, losing to women in every situation, including physical combat.
Started when I was very young. The only two people in the world I was scared of, my sisters.
You weren't afraid of your mother?
She was kind.
We lose in court too, dude. We lose in court.
He was
against the women.
Yeah.
Well, you just say you use the tenacity against them.
No, the women, they know what they're doing. Yeah. All right, they fight hard. Lean in with me, George. Come on, man. Lean in with me. We don't got that wide screen.
Yeah, we don't have the wide screen. So look,
let's
squish in here.
All George, is it raining outside? Because I see a little perspiration on your wipers on your windshield over there. Just checking. That was a good fight. Facebook fans, what do you got to say of that? Brian Beeks is watching. Benio Castro is watching. Dwayne Johnson said, Dave, when you said women win at everything, my wife looks at me and says, see, that's right. Your wife didn't look at you. She looked right through you, okay?
All right, let's go up to the ring for the official announcement.
That's no joke.
Great job by these two. Great sportsmanship by Nina also.
Right. Absolutely.
And she has a great personality. You could tell right outside of the ring. She brought a big crowd here, and I think that's who filled up the Gleasons tonight.
Yeah, that's right. They're all rooting for her.
They're all rooting for her.
And now they're actually going to go get checked out by the doctor. And that was our 9th bout of the evening. We got 3 more scheduled bouts this evening. So leave it right there.
That was a barn burner right there. That was a barn burner. And these two women,
And the crowd is still cheering
fight.
for Nina.
Yeah. These two women came to fight, and they fought. They fought.
They did fight.
And let's give Sabrina credit. She pulled, especially in round 2, she pulled Nina out of her game plan, and a lot of round 3, and it took Nina an extra burst of effort and concentration to get her game back up to the boxing level that it was.
I think you're right. I think so. Sabrina had to fight hard to figure out how to measure her and find, did you put it earlier on her distance. But once she figured out how to measure properly and find her distance, she showed us some good boxing.
We call that the negotiation of distance. That's the Pug Life term for it. Distance. Negotiation. Distance negotiation.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so that's what it is. You want to find yourself in the right place to hit right.
And it's hard to do because it's always changing.
Absolutely.
Every step you take, it's changing.
And then from one round to another, things can change rapidly.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy about these 3-round fights. Sometimes it's almost like you're fighting a different fighter at every round. Because of the adjustments that they make.
Yeah.
Boxing is fascinating, and it's fascinating to amateurs. And again, I try to tell these people this all the time. What you want to do.
What people?
People, our fans.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Not you. You're not a person. You're not a person. I don't consider you a person. You are my friend.
What are you telling them?
But anyway, it's you have to watch the amateurs, because by watching the amateurs and seeing what they're doing, that's how you become a better fan and a better student of the game and really understand the pros.
There's an awful lot to learn.
Yeah. How are you going to learn the intangibles unless you get in the game?
All right, let's go up to the ring for the official announcement. You got in the red corner, you got Jesus Torres, or Jesus Torres, if you say it in Spanish.
He's in the red corner, dressed in blue, right?
Yep. And then you have Sharif 1 in the blue corner, the blue gloves, blue headgear.
Right. Let's go.
And this is the 10th bout of the evening.
And we're going to have to go by gloves and headgear. All right. Sharif in the gold trunks.
Now, this is 165 pounds. Now, the funny thing is here is Checkmates. Is that a gym? Jesus Torres coming from Checkmates?
Jesus.
And Sharif with a nice straight left.
I'm
sorry, right.
We got two lefties. It's like these guys are fighting in the mirror. Wow. And Jesus Torres has a little bit of power on him. And you could see it right away when he starts letting his hands go. Sharif seems to be a little bit quicker, and good footwork by Sharif. Look at Jesus. Jesus wants to get in there and just bomb.
Yeah, Jesus also going to the body early, I think, because like you said, it looks like Sharif is a little quicker. Maybe he's going to the body quick to slow him down, to slow down Sharif.
I couldn't keep up with all those quicks and slows, George. I don't know what you just said.
Okay. Seems like Jesus Torres going to the body to slow down Sharif. Is that better?
Got you.
Okay, good.
All right.
Even I caught that.
Sometimes things go over my head. All right. So these guys, a little punching back of the head there. Hey, don't do that. He said, the ref said, hey, don't do that. All right.
David Diaz, hello. Want to say hello to Facebook. Fakib Assis.
So they're both throwing combinations. This is really a feel-out round. I mean, a novice feel-out round where people let their hands go. But as soon as one of these guys gets comfortable, it might be trouble for the other very quickly. All right. So Jesus is in blue, but he's got the red headgear, red gloves. That's Jesus. Sharif 1 is the one.
He didn't win. He didn't win.
Sharif, not yet.
Not yet. Well, we don't know.
Sharif's in the blue corner. Yeah.
Right, but his last name is One. One as in O-N-E. Maybe it's One. Maybe it's One. Might have like one of those names where it's
true.
Yeah. Could be.
All right, so we got people checking in from California.
From Cali.
Repping Monterey, California. Dean Armistead. He says, I bleed Pug Life Chronicles. Thank you.
That's a great compliment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And let's see what's going on.
I just said before, disconnect.
Looks like we've got
little technical difficulties, but we'll put this back up. So we'll just keep going. Whether it's going or flowing, we keep going.
Eric Kelly from giving some, looks like good advice to his fighter in the corner.
Oh, yeah? What did Eric Kelly say?
It looked very, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but it looked like good advice. He looked pretty intense in what he's saying. Oh.
All right. So Sharif,
I think he was telling him try to stand up.
He was telling that to Sharif or to Jesus? Jesus is in there with
to Jesus. He was talking to Jesus.
Okay. So it looks like Sharif
Jesus
is trying
in the blue.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus is with the red gloves, red headgear.
Okay,
Jesus.
Yeah, that's who Eric was talking to.
Okay. All right. So now it looks like it's called Sharif is really
Jesus has some blood coming out of his nose. It looks like.
All right, we had a temporary drop. I'm not sure what happened there.
Okay.
We're back. We're back.
Okay. All right.
We're
that's
back.
life.
This is what happens sometimes with live broadcasts.
So we're looking for the adjustment. The adjustment so far seems that Sharif is using his speed a little bit more and trying to overwhelm Jesus. And Jesus' adjustment, I'm not sure what it is. Norm, you said that he looked like he got some good advice, but I don't know what advice.
If I was just going, I'd be telling him to keep his hands up. It looks like he's dropping them a lot after he throws.
He's getting sloppy, Jesus. He seems to be getting
down.
It seems to be getting a little sloppy. Jesus. I don't know if he's getting a little tired.
Well,
or
he's
like
pretty
wrestling.
top heavy. He's a top heavy guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he might be too muscular for his own good.
That's exactly what I was thinking. A little too much time on the waist, a little too little time in the ring.
Yeah, but some people just get big naturally, but I'm not sure. Wow, and
that's the third time he's slipped, I think.
No, Sharif was pushing him down. Sharif is tackling him. He's pulling his head down, going to the side, and doing that. Can I show that move, George?
Absolutely.
Can I show that move?
You want to show that move on me?
Yeah. So no. It's basically, so the guy's coming in, and he's keeping his head low, right? What do? You might want to uppercut him.
Yeah.
You might want. He's not looking at you, so you have all the advantage. You can step to the side, you can hook him, or you could pull him down, and then step to the side and go like this. It's
like a Krav Maga move. So.
It's a bullfighter's move. Boom. And you let that guy fall to the ground, and you push him a little bit and say, "Ref, the ref's got to warn him from keeping his head up. That's why they don't want you to put your head down. The move. There's the move. Boom. All right.
Can you do it on both sides, or it's just like
you can?
So it works this way also.
And you know what? It kind of.
Yeah.
You want to go towards
these
your
guys
back
don't
leg.
forget their lefties.
If you're lefty, you want to go this way.
Gotcha.
You want to go this way. You want to keep you don't want to switch stances in the middle of a shove to the ground. Okay? This is how it goes.
All right, nice body shot there by Sharif one. And Jesus going to the body, but putting his head down, keeping his head down, and
you know what, Norm, this is what you were talking about, and George, you were saying the same thing. This guy's muscular. It's almost like his arms are too heavy right now to fling him out.
Yep.
Whereas you look at Sharif, you saw that Sharif there. You saw that tackle.
That's the bullfighter move.
That's the bullfighter move.
Oh, and Sharif with a nice right catches him with a nice right hook.
Right. It looked like he hurt him. Look at Sharif. Sharif's got all these tricks.
Snaps Jesus Torres' head back. And another big right by Sharif.
Yeah, but that was more of a slap. Whoa, what was that?
Referee warning Sharif.
Yeah, Sharif's got a few dirty tricks. We should put him with that other guy who went first. Who had all those moves? That was Justin. Yeah. That was Justin. Yeah. These two guys are probably stable mates. They got all these tricks. Wow.
That was a back fist.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Yes.
Boom. Wow, that's going
to be standing 8 count for.
8 count, yeah. And Jesus looks really, really tired. I mean, he's fighting. He's showing the heart of a lion. He's showing the body of a bull, but
he's tired.
Yeah,
he's tired.
He's definitely a little bit tired.
Yeah, that's the scary part. Right after the 8 count, where you know the guy's going to come in hard.
Right.
And keeping his heads down, and now Sharif taking advantage. I think the referee's going to give him another standing 8 count, and he does.
Right, and I don't know what Jesus is doing. He might be a little disoriented.
He's tired.
He was looking.
He's winded.
Yeah.
He's winded.
He was looking to the ref for help or something like that. I don't know.
And again, coming with his head down, and Sharif taking advantage.
Right, and Sharif's just loading up.
I think the referee's going to stop it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's over.
That's it.
It's over. And it's a good stoppage. I agree with it.
Yeah, it didn't look like Jesus was really able to defend himself at the time of stoppage. And yeah, I don't have a problem with that stoppage.
Yeah, we don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah,
you know, he's just again, he's a top heavy guy, full of muscles.
Right.
And I think that's what maybe cost him the fight this evening.
Right.
You also have to wonder how much being thrown that way, you know, improperly thrown down to the ground with what we call the bullfighting move takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
After 4 times, you're picking yourself up, you're going down, picking yourself up.
Right.
Your stamina's already low to begin with.
Yeah, but I think that affects you more when mentally and also when you're tired.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah. Sure.
If he wasn't tired, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 more bouts coming up. You got Alan Rykin from Fighting Factory and Angelo Esposito from Keystone. And these are intermittent also. 105 coming up after this. And
intermediate or intermittent?
Intermediate, I'm sorry. And then the last one, Dave, can you make that out?
It's Squiggly 1 versus Squiggly 2.
I don't know if that's
terrible handwriting, George.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what that is. Come on, let's call it.
Maybe I think the next bout might be the last bout, but let's go up to the ring for the official announcement.
So Sharif did 1.
That's right.
Yeah, that was named Sharif. Sharif Winner is what they call him now.
Yeah.
Not Sharif 1. Sharif did 1. Yeah. I think it's a good example of something you see in boxing, right? Where you're weighing in at the same weight class, and you know both guys weigh the same, but you look at one and you look at the other. One looks like a bull, and the other looks like he's, a lot lighter. But we know according to the cards, they're both the same weight. But that always amazes me.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
It's body density or what? I don't know, but it's just weighing differently.
Can you not do this? Can you not
that way?
Get in the ring and go out that way. Look, I got. It's like talking to my kids. I love you guys. Just like I love my kids. Go the other way. These guys were about to climb over our table. There was almost a crisis going on over there. These guys, they're fighting so hard. They're lacking oxygen. They're getting hit in the head, and they're trying to climb over our table when there's a whole pathway. There's a whole pathway to the doctor.
I got some perspiration.
Oh my God! Look at these guys.
Did you get any?
No, they would have took our equipment with them.
Yeah.
They're like, who cares? I fought. I got shown. I'm good.
Got 25 more years till they can sit on this side of the table and be commentators.
Oh my goodness! Absolutely. Stay on the other side. Look at that. All right. Who else we got? Maria N. Tarvis Sims is watching. Thank you. And somebody, Facaba class or something like that. Facaba. Jonas Darius, Will Ferreira, Brian Beeks. All these good people. Tony Ant, Ascente Miller or Jacente. Hello to all of yous. All right. And speaking of yous, we got some Utes fighting. I think.
Did you say Ute?
He said Utes. All right.
What exactly is a Ute?
All right. We got Alan Rukin
from Fight Factory.
Right. He's in the red corner. What is he wearing? Red trunks. Red trunks. And Angelo Esposito in the blue.
From Keystone.
Right. From Keystone. I know some cops from over there.
They're 105 pounds.
Right.
Young.
Yeah, they look slick.
I think his headgear is going to fall off.
I think you're right.
I don't think his head. I don't think the
good head movement.
Nice head movement
from Angelo. Yeah.
And he threw a hook. A hook uppercut out of that move. So he knows what he's doing.
He's got a real wide stance too, right?
Yeah. Let's see. And we got Alan Rook, who's standing tall. Rook is in the red gloves and the red and blue trunks. He's trying to stay on the outside. He's got good footwork. And he's actually got good defense, too. He only got hit with that one shot at the beginning. And let's see what Angelo Esposito is going to do. He's got the moves.
Alan's moving well, too, around the ring.
Cutting him off nicely, but then he's letting him out of the corner.
Yeah. So what Angelo Esposito is doing is Again, he's putting the pressure on, but he's making, before, just earlier when he was making all those head movements, he was doing them on the outside, and that's not really going to serve him well. You can make those moves on the inside.
It's wasted energy if you're
at a distance. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, and Alan Rukin seems to be finding, negotiating that distance with his jab.
I think Alan hurt his hand.
Down though, right?
I think he hurt his hand. That's why I'm shaking it off.
Which one?
Alan.
Alan?
He hurt his left.
His left.
Yeah, he shook his left. I think he hurt his hand.
Okay.
All right, so we'll see. All right, so Hernan Campos says, great to see you guys again. Thanks, Hernan, for joining us.
Thank you. And we will be covering the tournament, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome, man. We're gonna be covering the tournament that starts next month, February all the way to April. We're gonna be covering the Ringmasters tournament, with the final being at Madison Square Garden. You want to buy your tickets early, and get that to MSG.
And we got to start a campaign. We're gonna ask you guys to join in, start a campaign and get us voted. So reach out to USA Boxing, maybe to cover some of these national tournaments. You know, getting some light to these young boxers. You know, maybe we should cover some of these national tournaments.
Right, definitely.
Definitely need it.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. All right, so it looks like Allen's all right because he's throwing that left. Nice right by Allen.
He's got a laser of a right, this Allen. All right, now let's see what Angelo Esposito is going to do as far as adjustment. And Angelo Esposito throws like 0 jabs. Where is his jab?
He keeps
that's not jab. That's like climbing in to like come near you to hit you. That's not a real jab. What you want to see is jabs.
That.
Yeah,
jab and
right. You can't make those. Those are outside. Those are inside moves from the outside. Those are not going to get you anywhere.
He leads with his hook though. Instead of the jab, he's leading off with the hook. It might work for him here.
You know what? It just worked because he caught him with like 3.
Yeah.
You know. So let's not admonish him yet for his success. But yeah, usually that's not a good move, especially from so far away and so wide. So Esposito is coming in with sheer pressure and sheer gut, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, but before he made some moves to get in, and then he's not throwing anything. He gets close, but then
he threw the jab low there.
Yes,
jab.
That's correct.
He might pick up the jab a little bit.
I think Allen's slowing down a little bit now.
Right. I think Allen has a little bit of his nerves eating away at his.
He's keeping his hands so low, Allen. It's surprising.
All right, end of the second round. All right, so we'll go back to talking about. This is a qualifying year for the Olympics, and I'm sure that some of these kids or young people, young men and women that are being showcased here on Pug Life Chronicles are going to wind up going to the Olympics, and you're going to see them fighting during the Ringmasters tournament.
Right. I don't know how we rank. Right now, we lost a lot of amateurs that went pro. Vargas went pro. Rashad went pro. Nikita went pro. We lost a few guys that are coming out, and I believe he just
signed
too.
with some good promoters as well.
Right.
Eddie Hearn being one of them.
Mm-hmm. So we got a few things going on here, but let's see who still stays, and we've had Olympians come out of here.
This is where they're going to come up.
Last 3 Olympics.
All right, third and final round. And Angelo Esposito coming out of like a rocket out of that corner.
Right, but he's okay. And Angelo Esposito too is doing that thing that's my pet peeve. He's throwing his jab and just it's leaving his rear leg behind. You know, if you want to get in, you got to bring that rear leg with you as you jab. Right.
He keeps his left low like a Philly shell, but he's got his front of his body turned to his opponent.
And you're talking about Allen?
Yeah. If you're going to keep your left that low, you'd want to protect your face more with your
shoulder. I think he hurt himself early in the first round. That's why.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You're still talking about Allen?
Yeah.
You're talking about Allen. Yeah.
Because he drops it every time he throws it. He drops it right to the side.
If you're going to do that, you got to keep your shoulder up.
You know what? Alan looks like a kid who's been in the gym for a while, has got a lot of sparring, and is just tall and just knows how to move his head. But he's actually got a lot of, I think, a lot of upside to him.
Well, I'm surprised Angelo hasn't picked up that every time he throws that jab, he drops his arm. He should be all over him.
But he can't reach him. He can't reach him. You could keep your arms any way you want as long as you're out of range. Like, see, on the inside, his hands came up.
That's
interesting. All right, that was a good fight. All right. So.
All right, somebody wants to know, Dean, I'm sorry we dropped. I don't know what happened, how we dropped. Got a strong feed here, but Sharif actually won.
Right. Sharif won. Actually, not only did he win, he stopped Jesus in round number 3. Yeah.
I think he gassed out. That's what it seemed like. He gassed out.
Jesus was like, was it Torres? I know it's Jesus.
Jesus
right?
Torres, yeah.
Right. He's very, very muscular, and it looked like his arms got heavy, and it looked like he was just having trouble keeping pace.
He was winded, and he couldn't
keep
his arms up.
Right, and mentally too, I think it affected him. But it was a good fight though, very good fight.
Standing 8 counts get to you. After a standing 8 count, you feel a little bit like I'm losing. And
right.
Right after that's done, the opponent's coming in. He's going to be all over you to take advantage of that. So it gets
all right, so let's go up to the ring for the official announcement.
Ilya is saying hello. Ilya, I believe that's a coach of Underground.
Ilya from Underground, yeah.
It is Underground?
Good friend of mine. Yeah,
he's watching.
All right. Yeah. He just lost 2 points on my score.
He trains Constantine Bejanero. Ilya does. He's a great cruiserweight.
Okay, there might or might not be another fight after this. Okay.
All right. And Alan takes the fight. Congratulations. He's from Fight Factory.
Oh, Rivkin. Right. He's a good-looking kid, that Rivkin.
Okay, so there is a main event, but I can't tell what the name is here on this. And you don't even have it on your fight card.
No.
Coaches, please pick up your books.
All right, so we got one more fight. This is the main event. And why is it the main event, George?
Because it's the last fight.
Yep, that's how it goes in amateurs. Sometimes in the pros they do these swing fights and they put fights in back. So after the main event, everybody leaves and you fight till like 1 in the morning. These fights that all alone in a dark stadium, because you're a swing fighter and you're fighting for that paycheck.
All right, boxing fans, it's time for the main event of the evening.
Oh, we got some munchkins coming up here.
Hey, Dean, thank you so much for the compliment there. He says he bleeds Pug Life Chronicles. My hubby and I love watching the amateur fights. Fights.
Hey, we appreciate that.
It's better than watching pro fights, he says. That's a big compliment.
Often it's true. Amateur fights often are a lot more entertaining and better to watch than pro fights.
And Dante Rivera says it was a robbery. I don't agree with that.
Let's try to get the names.
Not sure who these young puggers are.
All right, so we're going to call them...
blue corner, red corner.
Right.
Nice and easy.
Red shirt, blue shirt, I don't know. Of course, we weren't listening during the announcement. We are terrible. We are horrible. We are horrible announcers.
Well, they need to give us a fight card.
We are terrible.
There was fight card with the names.
We could have proven ourselves by listening to what Sonia
All right, somebody said. Oh, okay. Somebody's saying hello to Norman.
Who's that? Who do we got out there? I can't read that.
Ilya
from Underground Boxing.
Says hello.
Yeah. Great trainer, great coach. He's got a good pro fighter, Constantine Bejanero.
All right. Let's see what we got. All right. So we got red.
Carlito, you said go Leo. All right. Which one's Leo?
I see a name, Alan, in with the red. It's over there. Oh, Elan. Elan's in red, and pretty interesting. And this is great to watch because you're going to see the development of fighters. And look at Elan in the red
Red gloves.
Red gloves, red shirt. And he's doing something almost Mayweather-like, where he's leaning forward a little bit, but ready to pull it back at any time.
All right, Jordan Moore says, shout out from Omaha. Thank you.
Omaha.
Isn't
that Nebraska?
It's somewhere. Mercedes Vasquez Simmons
Bad
from Pretty Girl.
Mercedes.
Says, yeah, from Pretty Girl Promotions.
All right.
I don't know what their ages are. They didn't give us the fight card. They didn't give us the names or the ages or the weight.
Right. Wow.
Short rounds.
Yeah.
I think you're right about Elon. He does that. He sort of like comes in and he's almost leading with his chin, but ready to pull back at any second.
He's got these tricks down. Meanwhile, the other fighter in white, whose name I don't have for some.
I think it might be Leo. Somebody said Leo, or could it be Elon? Elon and Leo?
No, Elon's in the red corner, red gloves. So let's say it might be Leo. We'll call him Leo in the white. If we get the name wrong, we'll apologize later.
Elon,
I got that one right. What about the other one?
The other guy we got is Gonzalez.
L. Let's see if it's Leo.
Leonardo Gonzalez.
Leonardo. He's a Ninja Turtle.
Leo and Elon.
Leonardo. So Leo and Elon. All right, so Leo is pretty much your standard boxer, standard novice boxer. He's obviously learning how to fight. And, we all are. So he's got to see what Leo's got. Right now, Elon seems a little bit too much for him. Right. Just as I say that, Leo shows me some real stuff and comes in with some good punches.
And he also does cover up nicely.
Oh, there you go.
Like
yeah.
the turtle you mentioned.
Right. Leo's just keeping his hands down a little bit too much. And when I say that, it's because you're coming in. If you want to come in, your hands have to be up. You can't just leave your face open like that. But Leo he's got heart, and he's throwing punches.
Nice combination there by Elon.
Right. And Elon is just all over.
And moving, yeah. Elon, nice slip. Throws that punch and then moves out of the way.
Very athletic fighter, Elon is. You see, Elon's been at this. So he's been in this game many years, Elon. so that's going to be like all of his life, you know. And look at that. Good hook to the body by Leo.
After the bell.
After the bell catches Leo with a right hook.
Yeah, but he was in motion. Yeah. And Elon is really nice. So this is interesting, too. This is one of the things that I like talking about. Some people think that if you start very, very, very young, you're automatically going to be very, very good. And that's not true. Yet, if you start very, very, very young, those reflexes that you have, your reflexes are going to develop. Mm-hmm. You know, your boxing reflexes are going to develop. I mean, like, look, how many people have tried that Mayweather shoulder roll? Nobody gets it. Only Mayweather. Why? Because he's been doing that since he was 2 years old. His uncle, his father was doing that, and Mayweather's been doing that forever. So Mayweather mastered shoulder roll, not everybody else. So Elon right now is showing style, and he's got really interesting boxing reflexes, right? And Leo is when Leo gets a little bit older, he's going to have seen guys like Elon, and he's going to handle them differently. So,
nice combination there by Leo.
And Leo's doing well. He caught him with that right hand.
Gets caught with his left. Look at Elon.
He's coming in with his chin like he's cheesing him with it, taunting him.
Elon has nice style. Look, just
Leo
taunting.
Does not know how to respond.
Right.
Taunting Leo. Elon is.
But he's not so much taunting him as he's trying to bait him.
He's baiting him.
I don't think he's really taunting him as much as he's baiting him and trying to pull back and throw and land a hard punch.
He's got style.
But you watch when he does it. As soon as Leonardo swings, he's countering right against him. That's what he wants him to do.
Right. Yeah, well, Leonardo landed a couple. Yeah, Leonardo landed a couple of really good punches, and he stumbled. But that was more Leonardo pulling back more than getting hit with the shot.
During the standing 8 count, I'll agree with you about starting young. I think a current good example of that is Lomachenko. was trained by his father since he was just a little kid.
And Lomachenko was trained before he was even conceived. Yeah. Like his father's a trainer and said, "I'm going to do this with my son."
4 generations before he was a thought in somebody's mind, he was being trained.
Yeah. Lomachenko was trained. His father was ready to pull him out of boxing, to put him into dancing, to have his foot moves and his body moving. That's something different. And now, Elan, let's get this straight. I don't think Elan, I can't say for 100% sure, I don't think he was taunting him. I think he was putting him out as a strategy so that when he comes, he's going to land something because he was confident in his back and forth movement. And
I'd agree with you, but just watching him now in the ring, knowing he's doing, he's got a little cockiness to him. Not that he doesn't deserve it.
Okay.
He deserves to be, but when you're sticking your chin out like that, it's...
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? If you do that to the wrong person,
you suffer.
Yeah, you're going to learn.
We've seen cockiness go bad in the ring.
Oh, Isaac Ace is watching. How you doing, Isaac? How you doing?
So next month.
Great main event. Yeah, that was a great event. Yeah, Mercedes from Pretty Girl Promotions is probably checking out these kids for,
Yeah, she's got an event coming out in Puerto Rico. She's going to do another one.
She's from Nebraska,
no? No. Somebody was from Omaha.
Oh, Omaha.
Right.
Somebody wants to know what. And Elon wins.
Right.
Elon wins. All right, so we're gonna wrap up, but somebody wants to know. Ruben Reyes wants to know what kind of cases that you handle there, Norman.
Well, look, the majority of my practice right now is I'm personally a trial attorney. When the case is already all done, my associates have worked it up to the finish point. I get the case. I'm involved from inception until the trial. But my thing is to walk into a courtroom, pick a jury, and do what I do in front of a jury on a case.
You're a performer.
That's one way of looking at it. It's not dissimilar from being in the ring. Similar strategies come into play that you see in a ring. It's all about strategy.
And you actually fight in the ring. You fought.
I still do fight. I'm signed up for the Ring Masters, and I fight in the Master Division. Yeah, I love to fight. And I love representing boxers.
Yeah, and somebody says they could see that you fight.
I appreciate that.
And lost a couple.
Also. Yeah, I've lost a couple of shows. Yeah. Did somebody really say that, or are you just making that up?
No, it was there. I was reading it.
Because I can go back and check this.
Somebody deleted the comment right after, Norm.
No, it was there. It was there.
A lot of stuff just sort of disappears.
I'm fast. I say that. And somebody says, "Thanks, guys, for what you do." Jacente Miller or Jacente, thank you for watching. Please share it. Try. We need this to go viral, and hopefully we can. We'll do the Ring Masters.
Yes.
And then hopefully we can cover some more.
That's starting next month. That Ring Masters tournament is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
That's about how many? We're going to be covering like 17, 18 maybe?
Yeah, about 17, 18 shows.
17, 18 shows.
To see the development and hopefully the one of the things that we do is we hope that this helps. I hear bells. I know the show is over. I don't know what's going on. But listen, this is something that it's for the kids. It's for these people that are trying. It gives them a platform. They could go back. They could watch themselves. Their coaches could watch. You could scout out other people. It's a learning tool, and that's why we do it. And besides, we enjoy the heck out of it.
That's right.
I'm certain the day will come when some of these kids will be pros and some of them champions, and they'll be looking back at these fights from years ago.
Absolutely.
With great fun memories.
Right. And you can only catch those here on Pug Life Chronicles.
That's right.
And we're poised to bring you more boxing from around the world, actually.
Right.
We've done Connecticut, Puerto Rico. Thanks for Pretty Girl Promotions.
Right.
Puerto Rico. Connecticut.
We've been to Cali.
California, L.A. North Carolina.
We've been around.
We're going to Barbados.
Yeah. We've been around the block. So
we got a lot of stuff coming up. You guys want to tune into our channel, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And you guys can watch us, and you'll see when we'll be on. We'll put up the schedule for you guys for the Ring Masters tournament. You don't want to miss that. Golden Gloves are not around anymore. So now we do the Ring Masters, and it's a beautiful ring. You got to see these kids with these rings when they get the ring.
Road to the Garden to MSG.
Road to the Garden. It's awesome.
Okay.
And before you're done, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for giving me this opportunity to sit next to you and participate and be part of it. It's been a great experience for me, and I enjoyed it.
Don't worry. If ever we need a contract, we're getting it for free. All right. We know. All
right, so we got just a couple more things before we do leave. Turn on your notifications so when we go live, you guys actually get notified when we're going live. Well, like I said, we're going to put up the dates, but just in case, take the that notification button on Facebook and YouTube. You go to YouTube, you hit the bell, and you'll get that.
All right, so let's sign out,
that's basically
brother.
it.
Yeah.
So from all of us here, from George, Dave, and Norman.
All right.
This is
Pug Life.
Pug Life. Good night.
Pug Life. Pug Life.